What is going on, everybody? Primetime MMA 18. We are joined by the one and only It's Mr. Valentine. Good to have you back, brother. How you doing?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. Just enjoying the Barbados weather. Finally happy to be settled in, and let's get this thing popping.
Good to have you back, brother. Good to have you back. We've got an action-packed night of fights. Obviously, topped off with Dyno, current champion, been on an absolute tear. He's going to be up against the Law himself, the ever-dangerous Tadpole. Obviously, pressure for days, throws off a number of angles, and, maybe a counter-striker via pressure fighter, in my opinion, and it's going to make for a very, very interesting matchup. Obviously, plenty of other interesting fights. I don't know if there's any that stick out in particular to you, but I'm sure there's many as you go down the list.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I'm looking forward to, Mystery's GodAteMyPig, because both of them are composed pressure fighters. And like you said, Dyno is Tadpole. Dyno fights from the outside, Tadpole fights in the pocket. Sometimes like to fight from the outside as well. So it should definitely be a great card, mate. I can't wait.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. With that being said, we got an action-packed set of fights coming in from the early prelims right through to the prelims. Up first, we're going to be having Onrius, I always pronounce it wrong. I do apologize once again. Up against his man Kevin P. Without further ado, these guys are going to be fighting in Bantamweight, and they are here. Oh. Yeah,
I've actually sparred with Onrius a couple of times. He is very, very strong in the pocket. Especially, with the way he gets in and out of the pocket is something that's very good with his footwork. And I think, the Sandhagen pick is only going to help him, because Sandhagen, I believe, has the most, one of the highest footwork in the division at 96, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, nice.
He's got considerable switch stance as well.
That is nice to know. I love a good switch stance. I haven't utilized Sandhagen too much, so we'll have to see what he's able to do out here with him. An interesting pick, a little bit different. Obviously, a little bit maybe more popular as he gets these boosts due to recent performances, but that's nice little leg kick check early on from Onrius.
Goes for the sidekick. I think he could have. I'm not sure if he knew that, but he can combo sidekick off with the body sidekick or even the spin kick to the body.
It allows you to cover. Just allows you to regain that little bit of range. Does cost a little bit of stamina, but catches your opponent off guard. But that was a lovely little combination on the inside from him. Looks like he's trying to stay composed and not trying to get a little overexcited with any little bits of success that he's had. Obviously, Jan staying patient and trying to work on the outside as well, but seems to yet to find his rhythm so far. But that's a nice head kick.
Oh, beautiful front kick. T. Goes for a Superman punch. He's unlucky with it.
Yeah. This is better from him. He's looking like he's starting to find that rhythm, starting to find that range. So I say that he mixes a couple of shots, but maybe that's due to the good footwork of Onrius right now. Nice front kick.
I just love he always has his low block ready. On arrows, he's always blocking low. The check damage is doing a lot to Predator's legs over there.
Yeah, for sure. And we know how quickly that can start to add up, especially if they go unchecked for too long. Yeah, back to the point that you raised a moment ago, he's blocking low consistently, doing a very good job of covering the body, and that'll start to play dividends with a big front kick.
Ooh.
Getting flashy, man. He's starting to feel it. Eating a head kick on the back foot, though. Easy Predators going for it himself. Kev is not trying to go out without being, go out swinging at least.
Beautiful attempt on the pullback uppercut over there. Goes for the 1-2 head kick, gets it. I would like to see him maybe go for the 1-2 duck and roundhouse maybe.
Yeah, gave a little bit of a different animation.
Exactly.
Good takedown though, and good denial, brother. Good denial. He's doing well here so far.
I believe this was a fake from Predator. I wonder why he decided to fake it. Now, I'm not sure how good Sandhagen's grapple stamina is, so I don't know if I would want to be spending way too much time on the ground, especially when he's having a lot more success on the feet.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got the range here of the two fighters. He was doing a good job of using those teeps and those front kicks a little bit earlier on in the round, so, maybe doesn't want to stay down there too much, but a little bit of top control isn't going to go too bad, especially if he's not, you know, having to deal with being denied, but exchanging head kicks for the last 5 seconds. These guys are trying to take each other out.
Clearly, I mean, yeah, even in accuracy, it's not far off. You know, he's around 35% mark. You would ideally like to be 50%, but it's working for him, right? I don't see a huge hit on the cardio from what I can remember. Yeah, the stamina difference isn't huge there, so hopefully these guys can finish the round.
For sure. I mean, it's still very, very even, still very competitive. I think neither guy is yet to find their rhythm completely, but we're seeing glimpses where they're landing beautiful shots on each other consecutively. I mean, just kind of motioning back and forth with who's going to be able to land.
Definitely. Oh, beautiful jumping knee there. Now, Sandhagen, I believe, does have a 5-star flying knee or a jumping knee, so it could be interesting to see if... oh, beautiful front kick. Goes for a body kick. Lovely body work there. Maybe it might be good to go up body head, just to keep things mixed up.
Yeah. Oh, that was a dangerous flying knee of his own, though. Even though he was out of stamina, can only take, or only needs one to send you flying.
That is true, mate. All it takes is one of those knees. Because when you're rocked and you do land a major, you know, significant strike like that, it does do a lot more damage to your opponent.
I think that's partially because they're coming in looking for that finish, right? So maybe catch them in that vulnerability, but nice. That's a nice takedown once again. I mean, a lot of time on the clock this time, and probably doesn't want to stay down here too long, but...
Ooh, he managed to get the get up.
Yeah, that's good work. I mean, he's probably going to look to go back to pressuring, I would imagine. Going to try and get back in his face, obviously use the power of Peter Yan and maybe the footwork just to close that distance a little bit, because so far, I have to say, Wanrius is doing a fantastic job at maintaining range.
Definitely. I mean, you know, Naros has a significant stamina advantage as well. Leg held might be similar, but I feel like the stamina advantage plays a big impact in the last round, especially. Oh, as I see that he gets rocked with a beautiful overhand, misses the head kick.
Yeah. Oh, mate, he got that one as well.
Front kick. And he goes for another head kick. I would love to see Onaros ducking, mate. You need to start ducking.
Getting creative with the front kick. Now gets caught by a pull counter and a straight for the finish.
What a straight. I believe he pulled back on the straight. That's what got him knocked out there.
Yes.
Unfortunate.
I mean, lovely counter by Easy Predator. Comes from a great camp. I mean, those guys have got hands for days, and he was up against it tonight. That was Wanrius, you know, kind of fight to lose almost at one point. He was way ahead in terms of stamina, kind of edging the health stats as well, but Predator finds a way to get it done, and Kev picks up a huge W. That's a big win for him. So great performance, and one hell of a way to start off the event, man.
Yeah, mate, that was actually a beautiful performance from both guys. You know, it was not one-sided in any of those rounds. They were going back and forth, rocking each other, beautiful head kicks from both parties, and some creative strikes as well, creative combinations. It was a good fight.
For sure, man. Now, with regards to the next fight, guys, we have got another fun fight set up to come your way. We're going to be having, obviously, the one and only... I said Ben O'Sullivan up against AJS Boss Ross. Just going to get these guys set up against each other.
AJS Boss Ross, I've actually never, you know, came up against either of those guys. Have you had the luxury of sparring at either of them, Cyrus?
I have not, brother. I have not. I know that Boss Ross has had a couple of performances recently. Whilst you were settling in, he had come up against Kryptonite King. I believe picked up a W against that man right there. Which was a big win for him. In fact, he had a couple of noticeable wins recently, I believe. I'm just going to have a little check of his bio as they get set up. But, yeah, no, never had the privilege myself, but both guys doing okay. Obviously, you got Ben O'Sullivan on a 1-0 record, currently picking up a W against Volk in PrimeTime Fight Night 4. So, that nice little start for him. Obviously, looking to continue on pawning that tonight, but... he's up against a dangerous opponent, man. Like I said, this gentleman here, AJS Boss Ross, he's 2-1 in the league right now, coming off his first loss on a short notice fight up against Matty D. And I don't know if you know Matty D, that man looks like he's going to be a killer out here. So you know, no shame in that one by any stretch, and picking up noticeable wins against AJS, Ghost, and Crypto. So either way, going to be a very, very fun fight. With that one being said, looks like they are just squaring off. Looks like Ross has got a calf. We've got a calf up against a Max Holloway. That's going to be interesting.
Mate, in order to be the best, you gotta beat the best, and the best is blessed. So you know, I'm all the way for Ben O'Sullivan here.
For sure, brother.
He can bring it home.
Got that very, very well trained beard.
Indeed, something neither of us all, you know, have the luxury of.
No. I got that hobo shit.
Yeah, mate. And I don't even bother growing one, so.
You ready?
Join us in the comms booth as well. We are going to be having one Rios from the previous fight. He's going to be joining us in the commentary booth for this evening.
Pleasure as always. Like I said, that was mine to lose.
Yeah, no, those things happen, brother. Tough fight, but these guys are starting quick. Obviously, you wouldn't expect anything less with Max Holloway, one of your previously favoured fighters there. Valentine pressuring into him already, landing those hands.
Oh, beautiful kicks from both parties. I kind of missed. Did you manage to catch what Boss Ross's calf was?
I didn't, to be honest with you.
It looks like acro, but I'm not sure if it's, you know.
We'll have to look out for some of those telltale sort of signs. I believe that was kind of like a Celtic cross animation. Got the spinning elbow, lots of the spins, so possibly acrobatic. You could be right.
Maybe sniper, not sure.
Yeah, snipers have got a lot of those jumping front kicks. We'll have to see, but yeah. I don't know if he's going to get an opportunity to at the moment, because simply Benny is plowing forward with these shots.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing about Holloway, mate.
It's just insane pressure coming from Benny. That is what, you know, Holloway's really good at, is just staying in your face and just landing those 1-2s and those hooks. He's crazy with that forward pressure.
Definitely.
Big miss there. Nice little straight from Benny once again. He's looking really, really clean with his hands tonight. Boss Ross has got to look to make some adjustments, because so far this distance management is really, really on point from Benny.
Ooh. Oh, gets his body rocked. I believe he tried to slip into the, you know, body roundhouse kick.
Mate, I am overly impressed with simply Benny. His ability to choose his shots so intelligently. He's managing his distance and his range very well. Eats a head kick there, and that's very good work from Boss Ross. A little bit unorthodox landing. Another one. Looking to plow on.
Beautiful.
I mean, Boss Ross...
I would just like to see Boss Ross set up those spin kicks a bit better.
Yeah.
Because he's always attempting it. Because only thing, you know, Holloway needs to do is simply slip to the side or sidestep. And then he's going to whiff hugely and put himself in a much better vulnerability position.
Yeah, all these spins, they cost a lot of stamina. If you can set them up with some simpler shots that, you know, consume less in order to throw them, then that may be beneficial to you, especially across the stretch of this fight. He's doing a good job with those spinning elbows, though. They've landed a couple of times on Benny, and he's got to be careful of them. Nice kick right there.
Beautiful. Now, I do know Holloway doesn't have the power to finish anyone in this position. Not at least this early.
Nearly. But yeah, he's lacking in the body defense. He's been hit to the body a few too many times, and he's, like you said, he's using a lot of spinning attacks, but not really setting them up with a basic jab or anything. So it's causing him to miss or get it blocked, and it's just, the stamina disadvantage is going to go downhill from there. He needs to make a few adaptations, or at least block it.
For sure. I mean, Benny, though, even pulling out the lunging straight out of all things at the very, very end, he's looking very clean. I mean, like I said, his opponent, Boss Ross, has looked very, very good up until tonight. He's having some early adversity, landed some good shots himself, but has really got to start to make some adaptations, as it was alluded to a moment ago, if he's going to overcome this really, really tough Max Holloway that's coming his way. Those body kicks were absolute savagery.
Definitely. I mean, what I picked up so far from Betty is, you know, he likes to start the combos off either with a lead hook or a straight. So if Ross is able to time it well, he might be actually able to pull back on the straight and return a straight off his own, or pull back on the hook and return a straight off his own to give him that slight edge. As I say that, he gets caught with a lead hook, which is very unfortunate. goes for the body. Oh, now the body work is just raining there.
Yeah, and the problem I
Oh,
see,
beautiful.
Man.
Oh, what?
as I was saying it,
The elbow into the spin kick to the face. He's gone for that a few times tonight, and that time it paid dividends. It just went straight through the block and sat him down. I mean, Max doesn't look like he's overly deterred. He's looking to land some hands himself now, but he's got to be careful. I mean, that spin is it's hurting, man.
yeah, but if he goes to it too much, he's gonna start making his reads. The only problem I see is he's just focused, and he's trying to fight in the pocket, and against Max Holloway, that's not the greatest advantage.
For sure. Can be a little bit difficult though as well. I mean, there are some players out there that use Max Holloway in a bit more of a rangy way, like Simply Benny or your Mr. Valentine over here, as he comes forward and pressures in for this finish. That's a huge knockout.
Yeah, that was a dominant game by Benny. He definitely showed that he's a force to be reckoned with Max Holloway.
For sure, that was a great pick for him, and yeah, I mean, some of the shot selection in that fight, his ability to manage the distance and stay very, very composed as well, considering that this is his second fight out. Great work by that man. Interesting to see where he goes from here. He's now 2-0, and Benny picking up another big W in prime time. Good shit, man. Good shit. With that being said, guys, we are moving on to the next. It's actually not on the card there. I don't know why. Maybe a little bit of a oversight, but it's going to be Rara. Rara's going to be fighting up against T.O. Soul. Just going to get these guys squared off very, very quickly.
Oh man, T.O. Soul, he's a very, very lovely gentleman and a beautiful technical fighter. He really likes to fight from the outside, but very similar to myself. So every time we spar, it's a bit of a boring, it's a long fight. It's always a fire-on fight. I can't wait to see. And Rara Rasputin, he's a legend on his own. He's been with the league for quite some time now. And yeah, if you can, beat Rara, you do earn yourself a considerably good name in the league.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Rara is one of those guys. He went 0-6 in the league, then came back. He went to the mountains, came back looking healthy and has been laying people out since. I mean, his grappling has been great. A little bit of a hole in his striking as of recently, on the outside at least, and we'll have to see if his opponent is going to try to take advantage of that this evening. But Oliveira pick. Obviously, we've got a Dustin pick on the following. You got to imagine that Oliveira is going to want to try and take a much more technical approach to this fight on the outside. Definitely doesn't want to be getting in any exchanges with Dustin Poirier, and that's a nice single leg early. He secures it. We'll have to see what he's able to do from here. This is where Rara has been getting the main part of his work done over his recent performances.
Now, Dustin is scary on the ground as well. We can't forget that. Dustin does have a rubber guard, and he does have crazy submissions.
Yep.
Yeah, at this point, I believe it would go down to who's the more patient of the two. Because usually when you see grappling exchange, the more patient fighter usually winds up on top.
No, definitely on average there. But I also feel like GA is going to play a huge part. And one thing I'm not seeing enough of from, To Soul is the GA build-up like Rara's doing. Now Rara might be on his back there, but that's necessarily not a bad position to be, especially if you're Charles Oliveira with 96 bomb control, 97 bomb control. And to say that he gets in a rubber guard.
Very scary submissions as well.
Beautiful job by getting back on his feet. Blocks the front kick. Ooh, eats a body kick there.
Rara's doing a better job of fighting on the outside tonight. Like I said, that was previously one of his holes, but that was a big overhand from Joey in return. Soul doesn't look deterred.
Goes for a crane kick there. For a jumping front kick.
Ooh, I think he could have capitalized and shot for me. I don't remember if Oliveira has ankle picks, but he could have went for that takedown with missing that high kick.
For sure. I mean, I think that Rara in these types of situations, he's been going for them so heavily. He looks like he's trying to come out here and show that he's made some adjustments in his striking, but he eats a big shot and Yeah.
That's the scary thing about Dustin's power, eh? You can't sleep on it.
Really can't.
Oh,
You really can, though. You really can sleep on it because you can get knocked out.
oh, you really can and you really can't, man. You really, oh, he gets
For
knocked
real.
out.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. I think the safest position for Rara right now is on the ground. So he needs to get the fight back to the ground. You know, get on top of him. Maybe look to submit him. Oh, gets a beautiful leg rock. I didn't even notice how low Tusol's leg health was until then.
Yeah, creepily stacking up with those leg kicks, just chopping away at it consistently through the round. I mean, obviously, like you say, Rara is definitely looking most dangerous on the ground, and that's where he's been looking most dangerous in his most recent performances. Did look like he'd been making some adaptations in his striking, but like you say, the power of Dustin Poirier can rain through at any moment, and that one perfect shot that was landed really sent him on a slippery path. Good recovery by both guys, though. We see the stamina back to full.
That's very impressive to see, considering how much those guys actually did endure in the last round. It's actually good to see both these stamina being back to full.
Yeah, Poirier's is it IO or TO?
Tusol, I believe.
Okay, sorry, it looked a little different on the screen. Tusol is definitely, starting to work those leg kicks, and he's definitely trying to push and pull him into range. I believe if Rara can basically just, chop his leg into, another
Oh.
Just like that.
if he shoots for it.
Yeah, if I'm Tusol, I might actually consider switching my stance a little bit there, just to soak up some damage onto my other leg. So at this point,
the kicking game of Rara is looking fantastic tonight. I'm sure he's not exactly best pleased about that knee not catching on the takedown, but he now finds himself on the back, and although it's not a great position, not the worst either with Charles Oliveira. Obviously, Poirier deciding to disengage from that.
Oh, he keeps taking these leg kicks. I really want him to switch his stance because, it's only a matter of seconds now. He might actually lose his leg. Oh, as I say that, he checks it out. Beautiful.
For sure, though.
All round, though, I'm very impressed with Rara's kicking game tonight. It's a really new ripple to his game, and he's been doing great, but he eats another check right there. That's good work from Soul. He needs that. He's landing leg kicks of his own now, possibly going to go up top after it with an overhand.
Beautiful overhand.
Hey, throwing these bombs, Jesus.
A wild goose chase with that beautiful major lunge as he's going for the overhand.
Ooh, he gets his leg again. Goes to the head. If he continues to work the leg, he could possibly finish this fight.
Yeah, this is the problem by not switching stance, right? You don't know if he's going to go low or you don't know if he's going to go high. The best bet you can actually do is stay in his pocket because you don't want to be fighting from the outside, especially when your leg health is that low. You're much better off fighting in the pocket because that way you can only go low. And now you're on the top mark.
Yeah, now we see Tusol shooting for the takedown when he originally didn't. It seemed like he didn't even want to stay on the ground. Because now he realizes, like, if I let him keep hitting this leg, it could be over.
Definitely.
We don't like kick TKOs, but they are.
Oh, and he gets his other leg rocked as well.
How many leg rocks has this been now?
Those legs are literally destroyed right now. I don't honestly.
Oh, he gets a knockdown off a leg kick.
Yeah, both of their legs right now are completely gone. It's a matter of time. It's a possibility we might see a leg kick TKO in the third round.
It's definitely looking that way, but you know what those leg kicks set up? They set up that head kick up top, as we see in the replays from Dustin Poirier with that lead head kick a moment ago, catching Rara as he came in for another leg kick of his own. These guys have been active throughout. It's been a crazy pace, and it's amazing to see that they've done so well to conserve their stamina this far into the fight with the amount of strikes that they've been throwing, especially with the strikes. The kicks cost a lot more stamina, and they've thrown a lot of them, man.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised to see both their staminas being this high, considering the amount of output they've had in the last 2 rounds.
It is fairly surprising, but I mean, maybe that's just due to the amount of strikes that they've landed. You know, everything's been on the button, nothing's really at least hit the block. And nice overhand once again, coming in with the Yan kick. Good takedown defense.
Takedown defense.
Yeah.
Lovely sprawl. Shades of Francis Ngannou there.
He definitely saw that takedown coming originally. That's why he went for the leg kick, and then once he saw him ducking, he was ready for it because he knew he was gonna keep going for it. But now he's in top mount, now half guard, and you know, Poirier on top is definitely something to be worried.
Oh, he gives up mount. This is very. Oh, I wonder why he went back down.
Yeah,
He had such a dominant position there.
he did, and with the power of Dustin, I mean, you can afford to just let go with those hands. Back in top mount now. Doesn't get the denial, of course. They're very, very hard to get. Active hits from Rara. Is he able to get the... Nope. He takes mount.
He gets the mounts again. Okay, there we go. Now he's raining it down. I would love to see some hooks. There it is. Oh, this is not looking good for Rara.
No, mate. I mean, I think that was actually a really, really intelligent play by him. He didn't throw them the first couple of times. He actually waited until he had full stamina. Now he's going for the submission, and if he's able to get it, this will be massive.
Now, he does have plenty of time to get it. You know, time is not the constraint here.
Yeah, I generally like doing it. That's what I usually call an empty transition. Like, you posture up, you fake like you're going to throw strikes, and then you go back down, and it usually gives you free side control.
Oh, wow. This is actually quite close.
Yeah, it's going up real quick now.
It gets tighter and tighter, and I think this might be it.
Oh, my God, man.
What?
Oh, with the sub.
Yeah, Sol coming out with a huge win tonight, guys.
Definitely. That just shows, guys, you know, even if your leg gets kicked off, you can always get them with your leg.
No, if your leg gets kicked off, take them to the ground so they can't kick your leg.
Yeah. Use it for a triangle, innit? Just take that thing off, beat them down with it.
Use your thighs, no more calves, only thighs.
Hey,
Those dust is done.
Big thighs really do save lives, lads.
That is that's a big one.
What we've seen.
Nah, good shit by Sol. You know, obviously Rara continuously evolving. He showed great adaptations to his game tonight, but the story of the night is all about that man right there, Sol, picking up another big W, and interested to see where he goes from here, because that was a good sub and a great fight.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to see the leg kicks. Like, usually I've seen a lot of Rasputin's fights, and he's mainly just, you know, he goes for the ground or he stands and trades a little bit, but this is quite something new. If he can balance it all out, he might be something.
Yeah, for sure.
No, definitely.
With that all being said, up next we're going to be having Mr. Mystic Mac. He's going to be up against Brannon. Obviously, Mystic Mac's been around the scene for a long time. One of the Oceanic players, loves to work that jab, got some clean striking, was a champion back in the UFC 3 days. Not able to accomplish that yet so far in UFC 4, but definitely trying to build towards that. Tonight he's going to be fighting up against Brannon, which has been looking great. We'll have to see how these guys shake up, but you've got to imagine it's going to be one hell of a barn burner.
Definitely, mate. I mean, Mystic Mac, you know, he was someone to be feared at early stages of the game. I don't know what exactly happened there. Maybe he just, you know, had some bad time, because he was 4-1 at one point. Now he's at the record at 6-7. Hopefully he can tie it and get back up on the winning column.
Yeah. First women's weight class of the night. Got Holly Holm up against Jaraine Durandamine. Mystic Mac using Jaraine Durandamine, which is definitely his style of fighter. Going to have a little bit of a range, able to work that jab and the teeps. And obviously we got Shooter Brannon over here with the Holly Holm pick, and we'll have to see what he's able to do with it. Kind of unorthodox striking right now, just popping out the jab and the straights in consecutive sequences.
Yeah, I literally sparred with Shooter yesterday, so you know I'm surprised to see him already in the league. I wasn't even aware he was competing.
Oh, all right, Vez. Yeah, no, I believe he's been around for a little while, has Brannon, under a little bit of a different name. He's come back now, obviously looking to put in some performances. Doing a good job of getting active and trying to slip off that center line. Obviously knowing that Mystic Mac likes to plant out that jab a lot. Getting caught on some of these slips, though, he's got to be careful.
Lovely body work from both the gentlemen there. And also like that, they're not going for crazy combos. It's 1-1-2, 1-1-2, and then they set it up for a 3-piece, which is always nice to see.
Yeah, for sure. Lovely
Beautiful
pullback.
pullback.
Yeah, getting excited on that one. It looked very, very clean, and Mystic Mac didn't like it.
He didn't get rocked. Oh, I think I figured out why he didn't get rocked. I'm assuming he didn't chain any combos after that. So guys, if you didn't know, if you don't chain combos, even if someone do pull back, it doesn't do maximum vulnerability damage.
There's definitely some great boxing coming out from between the two. Holly Holm definitely working those kicks. But Ronnie's pressure is kind of setting him on the back foot just a little bit.
Yeah, he's taking the back foot. He's getting very active with that head movement. I wonder if Mystic Mac is going to start to throw out some naked head kicks, because they may be there for the taking. He's got to be careful with the head movement. He's doing a good job of it so far, but he's kind of preemptively doing it and not so much, trying to react to certain strikes by the looks of things.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the randomly does have, wheel kicks.
Oh!
Ooh, beautiful knockdown.
I mean,
he kind of went to the well at a time where he was able to read it and just threw that uppercut up the middle. You kind of gotta space out your body strikes to where you won't be able to let your opponent read it and catch you.
Exactly.
I would suggest maybe some more leg kick feints. Possibility to set up maybe an overhand or a high kick.
Definitely, that's exactly what I was going to say. Maybe set it up with a lead body hook feint into a head kick, or lead body hook feint into a wheel kick. Something like that would definitely catch Shooter off guard by the way he's doing naked head slip.
Oh yeah, so I would basically just work the body if he wants to bobblehead. It's definitely something you can do when your opponent's trying to avoid, head hunting. Just switch up to the body.
No,
and we're
definitely.
adaptation from Mystic Mac, but the last one kind of cost him.
Yeah, not only can you switch up to the body, not what many people miss out on is the vulnerability damage, right? So especially if you're doing naked slips, just go for the legs. It's easy. It's right there. You're not putting yourself in huge risks by going for the legs. That's to say that he gets rocked. Oh, I don't. Okay, looks like both the guys are being composed, even when they rock each other. They're going back, respecting each other's pace, knowing that all it takes is one single pullback or one slip straight or slip
in my fight. That was unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, these two gentlemen are definitely showing some technical striking. The slips are on point.
oh, lovely work right there from Mystic Mac, though. He's firing in now. I think he almost had enough. He's starting to get active on the pressure. His stamina's getting low, so I imagine he's going to try and look for that finish in these next 3 minutes 40. The next round's probably going to be a little bit dire stamina-wise if it does manage to go that way. With that being said, though, we actually don't get to see Shooter's or Brannon's stamina, of course, but you've got to imagine it's probably in a pretty similar position. Both people wearing the damage on their face as he puts him down again.
No, at this point, I mean, you're getting close to those, those 2-3 combo knockouts, and I mean, I wouldn't say it's one punch territory, yeah, but it's close.
Oh, this is not looking great. I'm not sure if Home has a question mark here, because that would come in very handy right now.
I do believe she does. It's just I don't know if he's gonna shoot it.
Oh, what a lovely pullback.
He might not even need it.
Yeah, pullback's been the name of the game so far for Shooter so far, and I believe he might actually secure it.
That's it. I mean, he was looking really good. He was up against a dangerous opponent tonight that was looking very, very game. Mystic Mac was doing good work with his hands, and generally this was a great kind of kickboxing match for the most part, but Shooter's able to land it, get him down on his ass right there, and follow up with some brutal ground and pound. So
yeah, he was slipping beautifully, and Mac started to make adaptations, but it was a little too late.
I still think it was a beautiful fight from both, but then of course Shooter got the better off him. Maybe Mac could have made those couple reads like you and I suggested in regards to going for the body or legs, but it's always something to work on, right?
yeah,
I mean, he definitely put on a good performance regardless.
You know, it can be harder to read these things in the, you know, it's easier for us to say from this part, of course. So when they're in these fights, these guys are, you know, kind of got a million things coming their way. The pressure's on their back, you know, the light's on. So these things can happen. But Mystic Mac, we know he's going to be back better than ever. This guy, he doesn't get, you know, dissuaded by a loss. We've seen him pick up many of big wins. We've seen him take a couple of losses, and you know, tonight it didn't go his way, but he did look good, and he looked like he's going to be a problem in the near future. So with that being said, you know, great win obviously for Brandon right there. He picked up a good W for himself, and obviously now starting to work his way up, trying to get one of those ranked spots. So with that being said, we've got a guy that's been on the radar of mine for a little while, had a fantastic performance on some of his most recent one. They're going to have Napgiver, and he's going to be up against JT, AOT, JT is his name over here. So I believe we've got him down.
JT Money.
Yeah, we got him down as JT Money. Sorry, so many different names. Got the gamer tag, got the different thing. But no, these guys are going to be in welterweight. They're going to be using Tyron Woodley, and they're going to be using Jorge Masvidal. Makes for a very, very fun fight. Without further ado, let's get into it.
I mean, with a name like Napgiver, right? Do I need to say more?
Yeah, no, for sure. One of the most impressive things about that man, I'm pretty sure he had a phenomenal kind of grappling game. I seen him come out and just really do some quick work and, you know, solid work on the ground. We'll have to see what he's able to do here. He's got Tyron Woodley. Obviously, that can be a bit of a gas tank problem, but you've got power in those hands, and you can sit a man down with one of those takedowns if you need it as well.
Definitely, and that's the thing about Woodley. What people don't realize is in this game, you genuinely can knock people out with takedowns. You can slam someone down and knock them out. It's is it rare? Yes. Is it unlikely? No. So if you're gonna do it with anyone, Woodley is probably your best bet.
For sure.
Yeah, they happen a lot more in UFC 3.
Definitely.
For sure. I mean,
ooh, this leg gets rocked there. I've also noticed, you know, everyone that we've seen so far has prioritized working each of his legs, which is always nice to see, because that wasn't how, you know, the UFC 4 initially begun. So
no,
it's always nice to see that.
For sure, bro. And you know, obviously it's the adding in of the calf kicks. What a fantastic flying knee! He's not going to get the finish, but that has got to be a big message for Napgiver, who's got to be minding his P's and Q's, goes for the ankle pick and now gets him down. He's got 3 minutes to work here, and this is exactly what he needed after a big moment from Jorge. That was an explosive movement, man.
Yeah,
denies the get up.
This is definitely his best bet, honestly, because he already took damage, and if he can equalize at least the stamina and just hold him to the ground, keep him there, then he would at least, you know, be able to minimize the damage he takes in this round. I don't know about winning it back, but at least maybe second or third round he can come back, maybe get the knockout or a submission possible. Yeah,
I feel like right now his best bet, like you said, is probably to hold him down. I mean, like Cyrus said, Woodley does have crazy hands in the game. He goes for a ton. Interesting choice. I was just going to say he just needs to get on the top mount and do some ground and pound.
Maybe he's trying to get in his head.
Oh,
I mean,
beautiful.
It's a smart idea, because you definitely saw him whip that huge knee.
One thing we can say, it's Woodley is here to throw down again tonight, so win or lose, this man is trying everything he can. He is not gun shy at all, as we wouldn't expect. Napgiver is out here firing away with everything he's got. Now gets himself in a neon belly position, raining down some big shots, and the difference here is he does have some power in those hands, so this isn't like Max Holloway, man. He can put it on you.
Yeah, and it was only, what, 4 punches, if I'm not wrong? Now, that's the difference Woodley can do.
Two blocked, brother.
Exactly.
For him to get a health event on the floor after maybe 2 punches, that's crazy.
Exactly. I mean, Masvidal, you know, it's no slouch in this game either. He's got the second highest recovery at 96. You know, Luke having 97. So it is going to be hard to get Masvidal off the mat, but let's see how well he does on the ground in the next round.
For sure. Valentine, the man with the stats, you've been putting that time in Barbados to use, brother. The flying knee coming out, though. Woodley doesn't have the same sort of recovery, and that was a big, big moment. He did a good job of making some adjustments very, very quickly in that round because, I mean, Jorge had all of the momentum in the world at that moment, so just to get past that, get that takedown, and really start to even out the rest of that round, that was great work from Napgiver, and probably got to give him a lot of confidence that he overwhelmed. Mate!
God.
And you're already seeing that just little bit of ground and pound come into play already. It's just ridiculous.
And the crazy thing was, if I'm not wrong, he was actually switch stance, and I don't think Woodley has the highest of the switch stance in the division.
Oh, I believe your stats, brother. I believe your stats. He manages to secure another takedown there and able to stop the sprawl position. So good work by Napgiver. He's gonna have to try now and land some damage like he did a moment ago, taking his time, posturing up, and now throwing some bombs. Oh,
Just goes for the hooks. It's the Wanderlei Silver.
yeah, I mean, his head held up a lot better that time round, able to block a few more of them, but not out of the woods yet as Napgiver gets another excellent denial off. Yes, mate.
Oh, goes for a crucifix. Cheeky there. Top mount fake.
Not able to hold it, but side saddle, still a great position. Now into side control. He's probably going straight back to it, and he is. He falls for the feint again. That's great work. This time...
Oh, and he gets denied. This is big. The GA is on his side. He's got full GA now. It's going to be hard to recover. He needs to wait.
Really bad.
2 minutes 35 on the clock, guys. This is going to be really, really bad. He's eventually going to go into Neon Belly as well, which is actually pretty bad for him because he gives up the position. So unless he can... Oh, he gets the finish with it, though. Great work, Napgiver. Jesus.
Yeah, like we said, if he gets it to the ground, it's a possibility he can turn the tide, but we didn't expect it to end that way.
Look, I know, right, that this is still early days. I know it is. But this man right here, he's showing some really, really great adjustments already. That was some champion level adjustments because he came out and he got caught early in that fight. So his only loss is up against a tough man that's been around for a long time. It's Smart Brady. He came out and had a fantastic performance in his last one. This one was much the same. He eats that early knee, he overcomes early adversity, and he picks up a great W. So Napgiver's got some big things coming ahead of him, I'm sure, and he looks like he's going to be a danger for absolutely anybody out there. With that being said, guys, we've got another fantastic fight set up for you. We're going to be having Bone doing work. He's going to be up against TK, TAT2. It's going to be in a bantamweight division. Obviously, action never stops with these guys, so without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. Aljamain Sterling, we've got Sandhagen. Bone doing work is using Sandhagen. TK is using Aljamain.
I mean, you know, TKT, TAT to TNT, him and I have been sparring before, well, since UFC 3 days. Haven't gone much sparring in UFC 4. But yeah, he's one of the best composed fighter I've ever known. So hopefully he can pull that off. Sterling is probably his best bet, given his style. And he has the unorthodox strikes that can come in handy.
Yeah, he's looking to come up. You know, he's coming off a loss at the moment. Once again, to Smart Brady, that man's all around the place. He fights on an active basis, so not a bad loss, but obviously looking to make some adjustments tonight. And this is a really interesting matchup, just even with the picks between Aljamain Sterling and Sandhagen. Completely contrasting styles.
And like you said, he's definitely facing a very tough opponent in Bone doing work. And the Sandhagen pick, I mean, I recently discovered how good he is. It's definitely a strong pick. You can definitely keep yourself up. He has some okay grappling as well. So,
For sure.
Oh, what a lovely takedown.
Beautiful takedown.
Now, something that, you know, maybe to kind of play in mind is Bone doing work. He's been around the scene for a long time, fought in ESFL, a number of other promotions, obviously been fighting with us for a little while now. He's currently running 4-5 on a 3-fight losing streak, so he's got a bit of, obviously, a good reputation with around. Everybody knows who he is, but that's probably going to go against his confidence a little bit going into some of these fights, and I think he needs a big win here in order to try and get some of that confidence back. Finds himself on, you know, in top control now, but it's not where you want to be against Aljamain Sterling still, and he separates, which is a very intelligent move, I think, on his behalf.
Yeah, I definitely see that if he maintains his range and just keeps working the legs and throws out that jab, he can slow Aljamain Sterling down for sure, or TK Tat down for sure, and just, you know, kind of work him and keep him on the outside.
Yeah, for sure. That's a nice head kick there. Yeah, and I think the mixing between that, the unorthodox strikes, the clinching, the grappling is really going to be what, you know, TNT needs, or TAT needs, in order to get success in this fight, as he gets a lovely takedown right there, and Sandhagen is gassed, but did a great job of denying it. But once again, now we have Aljamain Sterling postured up and just choosing his shots wisely, not getting overactive with it.
You definitely see Bone Doing Work has great ground defense. He's not really getting caught out in, you know, precarious situations on the ground, and he's just taking his time, waiting for his opportunity to get up, as far as I can see.
For sure.
Now, the only problem, you know, I've personally faced with Sterling since his match with Peterian, it's his health stats, right? As good as his ground stats is, his health stats is quite low. So you can dominate the ground and just get knocked out by a simple spin kick.
Right, right. Obviously, got to be very, very careful. Got to mind all your P's and Q's, if you will.
I mean, so far it's a great round from both gentlemen. Definitely, we're probably going to see, you know, Bone make some adaptations, and TK could probably keep up with his game plan and just focus on the ground, try to keep him on there for as long as he can slow him down.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea for him as well. I mean, that's a good first round from him, and like I said, Bone Doing Work currently on a 3-fight losing streak, so...
leg check.
I was going to say, man, I mean, that's not the first round he wanted, but that's one hell of a way to start your second round. He's now getting active and trying not to let this fight slip away from him, so good takedown defense. Bone Doing Work now looking really, really good, starting to land some good shots, just popping them out there. But the takedown continues, TAT able to secure it, and now this is not where you want to be if you are Bone Doing Work. This has got to sap your energy a little bit, got to sap your motivation. He's got to stay calm, got to stay composed.
Yeah, definitely what I like seeing, what I'm seeing right now is when Bone Doing Work is on the stand-up, he's landing those shots that TK can't read. He's basically throwing one, three, you know, it's just throwing a jab followed by a hook, a jab followed by an uppercut. It's like he's leading with a jab, but you never know what he's going to throw.
Beautiful denial there on the boss drop.
Yeah, he's just got great ground defense, but I do believe he can't be he shouldn't be getting taken down all the time. Definitely energy. You already see a small stamina advantage.
Oh,
weird trip.
Yeah. I mean, Aljo's got those little tiki-takas. He keeps them hidden. He pulls them out when he needs to and gets him down again. Top mount, sliced over to it, but not able to hold it. But it doesn't matter. Aljamain Sterling is raining down these shots.
Yeah, beautiful trip into a takedown follow-up. You don't see that often.
No, you really don't. I actually like, you know, what he did with the post drop. I just wish he utilized the free transition to side control.
Yeah, definitely. If he uses the post drop and if he doesn't do anything, then he's just like go right back down in a couple seconds and then just switch over to half guard, maybe side control. Well, you can go anywhere with it. It's hard to read because people think you're about to throw shots. But we're seeing good combos coming out of Bone Doing Work, but Sterling's TK's always looking for that takedown right now. He's just trying to get in, throw a few strikes, and then take him down.
Oh, goes for the ankle pick, gets denied.
Yeah.
Lovely Superman punch and beautiful counter with a straight there.
TK's not setting up his takedowns anymore. Definitely getting caught. Now we're seeing this stamina advantage just slowly equal out.
And that's not something, you know, you want to do with Sandhagen, because the lower stamina you have, the more damage his kicks are going to do to you. Oh, as I say that, what a beautiful Superman punch, follows it up with a head kick, goes for the overhand, misses it, not in range, goes for another Superman punch towards the end of the round.
Yeah, that was very dangerous for Bone Doing Work. I mean, you saw him get hurt near the end of the round, and you think it could have been, you know, one more punch would have set him down. So he's definitely facing some adversity here.
Yeah, he's got one round where
Definitely.
I think you probably agree right now. Looking at the statistics, especially, they looked very close. But I think he needs a finish right now. Does Bone doing work? Because he eats a head kick early on. Yeah, he needs to go and take this from Aljamain Sterling. Otherwise, he may be going on to his 4th consecutive loss.
I mean, he is checking the leg kicks. You know, maybe he could have invested more into the leg kicks. I'm not sure what Aljo's leg stats are, but I don't imagine them being in high 90s.
Yeah, it's just definitely the game plan for TK.
Oh, what a beautiful double hook!
This is what he
And the
needed.
double up.
He's trying to take it.
I like that he's being patient. Nice, chooses to get back up.
The
Don't
game
want to
plan
beat this guy.
TK, he just needs to take him to the ground, keep him there, just may possibly ride out the round because Bone very dangerous. And Corey Sandhagen has still quite a bit of power. So if he continues to trade on the feet, I feel like he could possibly. We're seeing his block is almost done in every exchange after a couple of strikes.
Yeah, I mean, at this point.
Oh my god, man.
Oh,
That head kick was... that was as flush as it gets. That is as flush as it gets. Almost couldn't speak there.
That was a beautiful read. I don't know if he threw it out there on accident or he actually made the read because he just ducks right under that punch and nails him with a kick.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful. That kick gave me CTE. That was, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy for sure.
Now, Tat is relying too much on the Superman punch. It might be good for Bone doing work to throw some naked front kicks, or even just slip straights, or even just empty straight.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Bone doing work's trying to catch him as he comes in, but Tat's been doing a pretty good job of just blitzing. He's all the way out or all the way in. Now finds himself back in this top position, and this is exactly where he wants to be. And with 1 minute 15 on the clock, I mean, Sandhagen needs something big. Bone doing work needs to do something now if he's gonna, be able to pull out a victory in this one. He definitely, looks like he needs a finish at this late time.
But as you know, a finish could happen even in the last second of the round, so...
Oh, we have seen it, yeah. We've had last-second submissions, last-second KOs. I mean, anything is possible, and Bone doing work is a veteran that's been around for a long time, so... Oh! Very close spin kick to the face, just able to get the block up in time. Excellent takedown. Intelligent work.
See, all he does is, if I'm TK, I would just ride out the round because, I mean, I feel like I'm ahead, so...
Yeah, I mean...
I'd let it go.
I think you're right, brother. I think you're right, and right there, he's able to survive that 3rd round where Bone doing work was able to get his best work off by far, but I think that fight as a whole, at least looking at the statistics, looked like it's Aljamain Sterling's unless we see something else coming from these judges.
Hey man, Ajo could always put on a performance and get the dub.
For sure. Oh!
Like,
Oh!
okay.
Oh!
Doing.
Do we get to see the stats? Oh!
I really hope I do, because I would be very keen to see the stats there.
Brother, like, Jesus. That is surprising. It made me eat all of my words. Like, I'd love to see the stats. I hope we get to see them real quick.
Come on.
Come on, brother. We'll give you a second. Let's see these stats. Let's see these stats.
Come on, mate. You're one button away.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Well, I don't think we're going to get to see them. It's a bit unfortunate. Look. Yeah, no, he's going back. He's going back. Okay, we got round 3. So, look, that's his round for sure. Round 2, round 1, I think. I don't know, man. I don't know. That was some madness.
Maybe he just got more damage done.
Yeah. I mean, look, not knocking it. Bone doing work picks up a good win. I'm sorry on it, brother. If I was calling it wrong, I was calling it wrong. But trying to call it as I see it, and I thought the other man had got the nod, but yourself have done it. You pick up a good win, break that losing streak, and we'll have to see where you go from here, brother.
Definitely no disrespect to Bone doing work, but, there's some decisions, like, the judges might see something different. us, so
Yeah, for sure.
knows?
For sure. It's all subjective, man. Like I said, just try to call it as we see it, and sometimes we're, quite clearly gonna get it wrong. Either I did or, they did, but it doesn't matter either way because Bone gets the win. With that being said, another fun fight, guys. We're not going to waste any time. We've got plenty of action coming your way. Going to be non-stop the entire night. We're going to be having Broomstick. He's going to be up against Chase Me Fam. Chase Me Fam having a up and down kind of experience so far in the league. He's been with us for a long time, been with us since the previous IFL days, was the longest reigning champion for quite a long time then, just over being overlapped, I believe, by Trixie in the end. But he's looking to get back into the win column. He's going to be up against Broomstick, which has been putting on some great performances. They are going to be fighting in heavyweight though, guys, and we all know that can lead to a very, very quick fight.
No, definitely. Chase Me Fam, I have fought him plenty of times and ranked. He's always interesting guy to fight. It really depends which end of the stick you pick. Sometimes he's very skilled, very amazing to fight. Sometimes he can just come across too reliant on specific combos. So hopefully Broomstick is able to pick up on that and counter accordingly.
For sure, for sure. These guys are just squaring off. Hopefully they'll be running in a moment.
Looks like he's just contemplating his pick there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we got a random pick from Chase Me Fam. Man is balls out confident. He's going up against Stipe Miocic. We'll have to see which one there shakes down, but you've got to respect the random pick. I mean...
I love that in ranks. And me and Kev actually did the random pick for our...
He gets John Jones.
Oh.
What a random. What a random, Jesus.
Sometimes the game favors you.
Madness, madness, madness. Well, this is going to be a good one. They touch gloves. They ain't wasting any time. Got John Jones. Now, honestly, I think that, like, stylistically, Chase Me Fam's more of a DC sort of player. But he's doing good right now. I mean, those were good shots. Got to be careful of Stipe, though. Can't get overzealous. One shot, low stamina, with that high vulnerability, and he will send you to hell with one of those punches.
But Jones definitely has some great ground, so it's not like he's completely going away from the fact that he's a great DC. He still has the ground potential as well. For sure, for sure. And one of the things that made Chase Me Fam a very dangerous threat throughout his time within the league is his ability to mix things together. He's a very, very, kind of scrappy fighter and will take the fight wherever it needs to go, as he finds himself in half guard now, raining down some shots, and Broomstick trying to be defensive, managed to block a few, now trying to take the back, but with no avail. That's a good denial by Chase Me Fam. Staying active on bottom is Stipe. Now finds himself in the sprawl position. Wonder if he's going to try and go for the stand-up. I think they're a little bit too far away for the cage push, so opted for the side control, but the denial was there.
Goes for the... gets denied. Beautiful denial there. Secures the full guard. Now John Jones, as good as his boxing is, he's a well-rounded fighter overall. So if you are using Jones, your best bet is to grapple and to wrestle on the ground and not just rely on, his spin kicks or spinning elbows or back fists.
All the spins.
Useful denials.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job, and like I said, this is not where you want to be if you're Stipe. I mean, it's literally the worst place that you could imagine somebody in top mount on top of you, especially with John Jones. He may not have those elbows, but he can land some dirty shots nevertheless, and I imagine he's staying very patient, but knowing Chase Me Fam, he's going to find an opportunity in those last 45 seconds to really start raining down shots. But right now, just racking up the minutes on top, landing these short shots, and just trying to wear away at, the heavier fighter in Stipe.
Beautiful slip.
Yeah, fantastic work getting back up, but now he's got to make it work. He's got to land those hands and try to get back something from this round, because he spent a lot of time on bottom right there.
John Jones doesn't have the crazy power in the division. However, he does have the accuracy, right? So that's why you need to be patient when you're fighting Jones. Because even though he doesn't have the power, the accuracy helps him land as many shots as possible, given his cardio. Oh, what a beautiful jump and knee there.
Nice slip off. These guys are trying to make reads on each other, trying to counter those reads on each other. Goes for a push kick, eats a leg kick for his troubles. Now landing a nice hook and a knee to the face to Stipe. Great work by Broomstick.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't do more damage there. He ducked into a knee.
Yeah, no, he had his block up, which is obviously one thing, which is probably the reason he didn't just eat the canvas. But, yeah, you would imagine that that's going to do a little bit more, but it is what it is. John Jones obviously got a chin on him, eats that one and is straight back to it for round 2. These guys are rested up for that quick intermission, now firing off the spin kicks to the body, switch kicks, but Stipe exchanging with the hands, looking to keep it short and sweet and trying to put his opponent out.
Yeah, definitely Broomstick's wanting to keep it on the feet in the game, but Chase Me is just applying the pressure and just trying to go for the takedowns at will. You know, he's not really trying to, as of now, he's trying to time it. That was somewhat of a whiff there, twice.
I mean, what can you do if you're Stipe, right? You really don't want to wrestle against Jones. Your best bet is boxing. But Jones does have a longer reach.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, I don't think that the wrestling is too much of a problem if you get on top. But with that being said, I mean, it's dangerous no matter where you are against the John Jones. The thing is, he may not have the greatest boxing on the inside, but he's got those knees, he's got those elbows, and he can wreck your world. But if you're Stipe, definitely, I think you need to get in this man's face and try to smother him a little bit, potentially get on top and land some of those powerful shots. But you've got to be careful because right now Chase Me Fam's doing a great job of just staying patient, circling out and landing some excellent shots on the counter.
Definitely. Peaceful catch on the leg as well. I wish he took him down there. That would have been nice to see. What a lovely spin kick to the body.
Yeah, Chase Me Fam has definitely found his range, and he's just punishing Broomstick for every whiff, every shot he throws. It's just back and forth. Broomstick's definitely not out of it yet, but he's definitely starting to lose that, that range battle. Chase Me Fam's definitely found his range, and he's just using it to his advantage and making him pay every time he comes in the pocket.
Nice straight from him. He's been looking for that straight all night. He's found the home with it once or twice, and you see the hit stun on Chase Me Fam each and every time. And this is a little bit more of what he needs, but I think he is backing up a little bit too much and just giving Chase Me Fam the range he needs to be able to circle out and keep his back from being pressed up against that cage, which is what you kind of need if you've got such a rangy fighter like John Jones just firing away these kicks at range on you.
Oh, what an uppercut.
Non-stop.
Now, Broomstick's body health is not looking so great right now. All those teeps and spin kicks to the body have been adding up throughout the fight. And this might be time to pay dividends in the third round if he's not able to get him out of there.
Yeah, I honestly feel like Broomstick's starting to, feel like the fight slipping away, and with the last couple of seconds, he's looking to land something big and work at that body a little bit if he can. Lands a two-piece on the exit of that round. That's a really, really tough one. I think that, we've seen crazier things happen, but Chase Me Fam seems 2 up right now. Not going to count all the chickens, but it does look like he's 2 up, and I think that his opponent, Broomstick, does need something big in this third round. But as we mentioned before the fight even started, this is heavyweight. These guys, they can bang if there's ever a weight class. And that's a lovely start right there. Lovely straight and lead hook off the exchange. Manages to slip another spin kick. And, if he manages to get another one and gets a punish off, that could be lights out.
No matter how good your chin is, the vulnerability is very, very dangerous in this game. So you don't want to be within those kicks.
Yeah,
He lands them.
It is a back and forth fight at times, but I would say Jones is definitely still, getting the advantage in the trades.
For the most part, yes, and that stamina advantage, slight health advantage is going to play dividends as he lands an uppercut lead hook. Lovely combination, now firing away in the clinch. Able to separate, Stipe looking to compose himself. Now trying to land some big shots and maybe throwing a little bit of a Hail Mary his way, and it is probably about the time to do so. Chase Me Fam's continuing to pick him apart when he's at range, and that's a big spin kick for the finish.
What a knockout.
Beautiful spinning.
God.
The head. Wow. Wow.
Just spun his head off.
And that's why you don't want to blink, people. Heavyweight, any other weight class, these guys are putting each other on notice with these knockouts. Spin kick for the finish.
That was insane. Wow. And the thing is, it looked like he was actually trying to throw as soon as that kick launched out, so it was just all vulnerability right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
And that fight. Great fight overall from both gentlemen.
Yeah, you
know,
can't mess about.
It wasn't his night for sure. You know, it happens.
Yeah.
Chase me fan, killer competitor. You know, we're gonna see a lot of great things from him.
Look, these things happen. You know, Broomstick will be back better than ever. We expect, you know, as we see with every guy in this league now, they come back and they make adjustments, training with all of the, you know, absolute killers that there are within the rankings. So we imagine he's going to come back looking better than ever, as he has in the past. Obviously, that's a big win for his opponent, Chase Me Fam. He's had some tough outings and picking up a good win against Broomstick tonight, looking good doing so. Went the random pick, we'll remember. I mean, he did get John Jones, but nevertheless, the intention was there a little bit. With that being said, we come on to our featured fight of the prelims. It's going to be Pigeon Scout up against AGS Puganaut. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight into it. Another fun fight.
Hey man, it's a pigeon and a pug.
Pigeon and a pug.
Literally, how much more complicated can it be? I mean, Pigeon Scout is he's a great, well-rounded fighter. I've been sparring with him for a long time now. I still prefer his grappling over his striking. He's 4-2 at the league. And AJ's Pug, he is an excellent striker. He too is a Holloway user. You know, we've sparred off a couple times. Has Holloway, and phenomenal striker. He always relies or prefers to get the body work in. So yeah, let's see what's changed since we last fought. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, obviously, just to point out, Puganaut actually coming off a win over Chase Me Fam that we just saw win a moment ago back in the ESFL on ESFL 8, so was able to get a KO there, looking possibly for another one tonight as he's picked up a nice couple of wins in concession. He is obviously, like you say, though, up against a very dangerous opponent. We know that Pigeon is extremely dangerous. He was running 4-1 until he came out into his most recent outing up against Chess, but that's not going to dissuade him at all. He's an active striker. I believe he's been working on his ground game quite a lot as well, so maybe looking to implement that. But
oh, what a combo! Was that a 5-piece right there?
I don't know, brother. There were so many shots, came from all sorts of angles, but
yeah,
whatever it was, Pigeon didn't like it and manages to get the takedown.
Ooh,
Dillashaw
has a good place to be.
He can just throw out there, especially in the pocket. And Cejudo's definite advantage, I don't think, would be on the feet. You know, he'd probably prefer to be on the ground against Dillashaw.
Yeah, to be honest, Cejudo does have the chin, right? He's got great health stats, and he still has power. So you're going to do well either way, standing or on the ground. But it just comes, you know, how technical you are against someone like AJ's Puganaut.
Yeah, true. I mean, if I was Scout, I'd probably, you know, throw a couple jabs, mix it up, take him down, and just work his stamina to where he has advantage, because TJ Dillashaw is extremely fast in the pocket. And as we see, you know, Pigeon's not really getting the better of the exchanges, so if he can set up a takedown, you know, throw a couple strikes and find an opening, I think, you know, he'll do better on the ground. But
no, definitely.
He's landing a few strikes, so, you know, he's picking up his timing.
Yeah, I would just like to see Pigeon go for those takedowns, because I haven't seen him initiate any major takedown yet. And you want to utilize that off Cejudo, right? Because with Cejudo, all you need to do is secure the top mount and maximum, you know, one flurry strikes, maybe two, and that's it. You secure the fight. As I say that, he gets rocked. Beautiful duck down, though, to avoid most of those hooks there.
AJ's backs off because he knows he doesn't want to get too aggressive and get, you know, pay for it. He's just being patient, and we're just seeing really good technical striking coming out of both. Pigeon's, you know, been trying to slip some of the strikes, but, you know, he hasn't had much success yet.
No, for sure.
I mean, both the guys clearly respecting each other's space, right? They're both aware of the damage each of them can do, not just the characters themselves. So it's good to see a good fight going on.
Yeah, for sure. And it's fairly high level as well. These guys are throwing excellent combinations, mixing it all together. We're seeing shots on the takedowns, changing of levels, coming over top with the strikes on top. Like you say, both guys incredibly dangerous and I think very respectful of each other's kind of games, but I think they're both kind of trying to walk that tightrope where they're landing massive amounts of damages, choosing to exchange on each other, decide, kind of trying to bank on themselves and their reaction times to try and pull and, get that final shot in.
Yeah, it was definitely a close first round, but I do believe AJ Zapug just somewhat edged it out with the total amount of strikes in that rock.
And he's just got a rock in the second round early as well. We're less than 30 seconds in. That was a good rock to start the round out. Now goes for that double leg bail into the clinch up against the cage. Working those shots nicely, but not able to secure the takedown. Pigeon, obviously, up against some tough grapplers in some of his recent outings. So, been working on that non-stop by the looks of things.
It was a beautiful entry, but AJ Zapug saw that coming, so he definitely did.
Oh wow, goes for an choke. Interesting choice.
Yeah, I mean it's not even going to be a bad choice though, because even though we can see it's not like the most drained stamina. He is at a deficit, and if he manages to get past that halfway line, it does start to shoot up. But the escape does look like it's on. Yeah, this escape is on. You see how fast it starts to fly up, though, once it gets past that kind of halfway mark. It does really, really fly up incredibly quickly.
But this is definitely good for AJ Zapug because now he has dominant position and he's basically able to do, work what he wants. I wouldn't necessarily go for a choke right now because he won't get it, but maybe he's just to drain the stamina.
Yeah, even so, it just rides on top control.
I think he's just trying to get a read. From what I've seen so far, I think he's just trying to get a read on Pigeon's pattern, so to potentially, have that in the back pocket towards the later round.
I see that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these early submissions, you'll get them if if you can get them, of course. But a lot of the time, it is just making reads, and you can ride out top control with it. Your opponent can't transition. You don't have to worry about losing position necessarily, especially with the the correct choice of submission that you're attempting. As we say that, TJ's back in top control, and this is exactly where he is going to want to be to just try and get some damage off if he can, take away those 50 exchanges they were finding themselves in on the feet.
Oh, what a beautiful reversal, sorry.
Yeah, this is definitely where Pigeon Scout wants to be. He's been trying to get that takedown for quite a while, and he's finally got top control. Let's see what he can do with it.
I mean, if there's the one thing I found up against Cejudo players as well is that once they've been able to posture up, if they've got that full stamina, their ability to rain down ground and pound is just unlike anybody else. It is absolutely savage. He's got that high power, got that cardio for days, and really can just make your life a misery if he finds himself in half guard plus postured up.
Yeah.
It's definitely not fun. I've been on the receiving end many of time.
Yeah. It for sure sucks.
I've always been on the giving end, not so much of a taker, more of a giver. So.
Oh, I'm too lucky. But yeah, it's definitely it's a competitive fight. But as we see it, AJ Zapug is maintaining that lead in striking, not getting himself caught out on the ground, maintaining quite a bit of ground control over Pigeon Scout versus. So it's definitely interesting. Pigeon Scout the adaptation on this past finish. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Holy! Oh man! As I say that, he definitely made the adaptations and just flash KOs the man.
Yeah, man, you can't sleep on Cejudo's hands.
Oh my goodness!
Pigeon,
you just can't sleep on Cejudo's.
Like I said, don't blink. Pigeon is a dangerous man. He finds an opportunity to close the show, and holy shit!
Wow, because I had AJ's the pug up, and like I said, if he just he can close it out by just maintaining control, not making any mistakes, and he didn't make a mistake per se.
Nope.
Pigeons caught him, and it was just the beginning, the end from there.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Pigeon forced that, and he made that happen. It's not something that was kind of just a mistake by his opponent. You're absolutely right. He forced that out of him. He backed him up against the cage, and that second shot knocked him out before he even hit the ground. That was crazy work.
I definitely didn't see that coming because he didn't even really hurt him that much throughout the fight. AJ's the Pug was definitely ahead. He had landed more damage. It's just you can't sleep on Cejudo or you're actually going to be sleeping.
For sure.
I expect that. That was a beautiful performance, an amazing comeback by Pigeon Scout. It's just there's levels to this game, and I'm just constantly reminded that I know so little about UFC 4.
These guys are killers, my man. These guys are killers, and that was just the featured fight at the prelim. We now move on to the absolute killers row that we have ahead of us in the main card. Up first, we're going to be having Bang Bang from the ever loving Get a Bag camp. You know that we love the Get a Bag camp. Those guys are all savages. He's going to be coming out here tonight. The People's Camp. Yeah, by all means, brother, by all means. He's going to be up against a very, very dangerous opponent in Aulogy, though. Aulogy's been doing bits since he's been turning up and obviously putting on some great performances. It does look like these guys have matched up in the past, and a bit of a 2-0 lead to Bang Bang as it looks currently. But as we know, things are very, very different when you're under the lights, so we'll have to see how they match up. We know Bang Bang's an incredibly fast starter. I imagine he's going to come out of these gates firing bombs from the get-go, and we'll have to see if he's able to overcome that early adversity, because that's the only way that Bang Bang fights, and is why you love to see the man fight. He's an entertaining man.
Well, both of them are very tough competitors. I've had the pleasure of seeing them fight seeing both of them fight many a time against other players and everything, and I don't remember if I've seen this matchup per se. I do believe they fought once before, but they are very tough competitors regardless.
For sure.
Wait, Bang Bang's the virtual Justin Gaethje. That man does not even know that.
Already, brother.
Sick as I say that,
He blocks with his face.
And this is he's already now he's got him rocked. The thing is, Bang Bang's all about just getting the kill here. He feels like he's got you hurt. He feels like he's got you on the ropes, and he's going to continue to pressure forward. That's a good takedown or trip, if you will, from Stipe. Not able to get the postured or the stacked guard.
Yeah,
he's a goddamn bloodhound.
Pressure from Bang Bang. He's just forcing Stipe or forcing Aulogy on the back, but he can't land any shots without fearing that he's gonna get caught.
No, he did land a beautiful uppercut a moment ago, though, did Miocic, and if he lands one or two more of those, he may start to dissuade Bang Bang. I would say that normally, but Bang Bang, I don't think, knows how to walk backwards. He only knows one way. He knows how to walk forward and kill you. But he gets put on his back right now. That's not where he wants to be. He's working those body shots. He, like I said, comes out of a dangerous camp in Get a Bag, so he knows that, I know that he's been put through the ringer on the ground as well, so obviously going to be defensively sound and try to work his way up, but this is not where you want to be, especially under a very, very dangerous Aulogy with a Stipe pick. That's an excellent denial. The power's going to be there if he manages to posture up in any point. 2 minutes 20 or 2 minutes 15 on the clock.
But he takes half guard immediately. It's definitely not where he wants to be. But if I know Bang Bang, he's got solid ground defense. He's not going to rush anything, and he's going to take his time.
Definitely. And at this point, if I'm Bang Bang, all I'm looking to do is get back on my feet, because Bang Bang's motto is kill or be killed. And like Sarah said, that man does not know how to walk back. So this fight can finish in the next minute 30 if they manage to get back up on their feet.
Oh, lovely reversal by Bang Bang. Now holding that position, he's going to be looking to get the posture up position and potentially try to escape. He goes top mount. Maybe we're going to see some ground and pound, some advancements in his game. He'll wreck you no matter where you are. Watch those bombs rain down. Bang Bang's throwing those bombs. Good defense by Miocic, though.
Oh, goes for the full guard sweep off the cage. Gets denied.
Denial again. This is not good for Aulogy. He's definitely, you know, getting hurt on the ground. We saw that minor health event earlier, but it's just this is something we don't usually see from Bang Bang. You know, it's like, especially a striker like Andre Bishop, he usually doesn't on the ground at all.
Almost feels like a statement, like it's not that I can't wrestle, it's just I don't like it. And he's raining down some bombs, but good reversal at the end. Good work right there. What an entertaining first round. Non-stop action on the feet, non-stop action on the ground. These guys exchanging bombs, and I have to say I still think that Bang Bang got the, you know, walked away with that round. Obviously after the rock, the damage was in his favor, but Aulogy showing that he is game as ever, comes out actually in a better position stamina wise. Can't see his health so far, but looks fairly even from what I can see.
Yeah, the only problem with, you know, wrestling with Bishop Rice is like the grapple stamina we addressed earlier. Bishop is a phenomenal striker, one of the most underrated striker in the heavyweight division.
Oh my god, man. You just see him just pitter-pattering him in the face, and then he just sinks one on him.
Tries to go for a knee, gets denied.
And in the most dangerous way.
Everything hits, my man. Everything hits. Where do you put your head? Your block isn't going to be there. You can't move your head. He's going to find it. He's landing these bombs tonight. His hands are looking as clean as they ever have.
Yeah, and the only place for you to go is the cage, because this man's not going to walk back.
Accuracy. This is insane. He's literally just every shot lands. Every shot's doing damage.
I feel like if Aulogy can't get him down, the only thing that he's going to be facing is the canvas if he isn't, you know, careful. This is excellent hands from Bishop. Oh, lovely work. He said, eat your words, and landed bombs of his own.
Yeah, Bang Bang kind of got a little too aggressive and overcommitted, and Aulogy capitalized, but definitely it's still in Bang Bang's favor. It's his fight to lose, in my opinion. Because he's just peppering that block. The block is pretty much non-existent at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the big advantages of the pressure game, but that's a beautiful pullback lead hook. Decides to go to the ground, but not for long. Back up, landing those shots. Another knockdown from Bang Bang.
Mate. Yeah, I think this is going to be
it's a knockdown train now. It's just, this is a bad position. He goes prone. This could be it.
I think it is the pressure from Bang Bang. This man knows how to throw bombs.
Pressure. I would be sweating just trying to survive. Like that man would probably put me in my grave faster than Aulogy, because I struggle against pressure fighters for sure.
You know what? You need to fight Bang Bang then. There isn't another pressure fighter like him. He has the most insane pressure I've ever seen. Bang Bang, you let me know, brother. You got to be standing up when you play. There is no way you are sitting down, because you are just running at people, brother. Throwing bombs from all angles. That is a fun as hell fight. Both guys came to throw down tonight, and you know, you wouldn't expect anything less from a Bang Bang fight, but Aulogy showing that he's game as ever. Not able to walk away with any victories tonight, of course, but hard to do anything up against that sort of pressure, man. It's that was crazy. Well, I mean, look, that's as hyped as it gets, but we've got many more fun fights that are ahead of us tonight. Up next, we're going to be having S&B Stee, so Sprawl and Brawl. Stee, he's still representing the camp, doing very, very well, of course. He's going to be up against the ever-dangerous Taz. Interesting to see how this one goes down. Not too, you know, obviously Stee has been having some up and down performances, been looking very, very good, got some really late, you know, finishes in some of his fights, so we know he's dangerous to the end. And obviously with his opponent Taz, I'm not too familiar with him myself. I believe what you guys are, you know Taz personally?
Yeah, mate. I mean, you know, Taz and I have had probably just under 100 matches, maybe more. Phenomenal striker, even a much better grappler. I'm not surprised with his Francis pick here. I can kind of figure out his game plan, but I don't want to, you know, let anything out. He's going to look to take you down.
Okay.
And then before you know it, the Francis fist is just going to put you to sleep. So, you know, the power is going to be there for him, and especially with a chin like Overeem, Steve is going to have to be very, very, very careful.
Oh,
that's a beautiful kick.
This is heavyweight, and they can bang. He throws the flying jump kick to start us out and lands it beautifully. Now, obviously, still got to be very dangerous, because the Overeem kind of nether realm may be incoming if he continues to land uppercuts like that.
The
And now they're
power of
great.
Francis.
Back and forth, it's insane. What a fight starting out. It's crazy already. Now, I've had the pleasure of seeing Taz fight several times, and he's a killer in my book. Because, and I've also, been on the receiving end in quick play. It wasn't fun at all. I think he killed me like 4 out of 5, and I finally got one. And I'm not gonna lie, I was ashamed. I had to go into his guard to finish him. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, these things happen, brother, for sure. Well, he's looking good right now.
Oh, gets his leg rocked.
Well,
Interesting to switch stance with Francis.
Fourth fight.
The thing about proper Steve is that he's a very technical fighter. He can sometimes get brought, kind of brought into brawls and firing on the inside as he does right there. Gets caught with a couple of big shots from Taz with the power of Francis. That's not very good on the chin of Overeem, but still looking dangerous with those jumping kicks. He's firing them out there, trying to be unorthodox.
Yeah, it's definitely not a one-sided fight. It's a very close competitive fight, but I do believe Steve's just putting in somewhat more damage. He's dipped to the left several times, and he's definitely putting in that work because, as you say, heavyweights is a different ball game. It does a lot more damage per strike.
Oh, he pulls back on a straight. Steve is flurrying those combos up.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, his offense is always fantastic. He occasionally gets caught taking pictures after he's thrown, and that's where he's got to be careful against Francis. But that's a good pullback, not able to get the counter, but still looking to land some bombs as he is just kind of circling out from this massive power of Francis. But big miss, Jesus.
Takes a whiff, and he works the body a little bit. It's definitely like the game plan for Steve's. He's been working the body consistently, just maintaining his range and, firing off those kicks. But the thing is, if he gets caught out in the brawl, like you said, in the phone booth, Taz can pick this up easily.
Yeah.
But off of range, he's definitely working wonders with the body shots. He's already worked the legs, making Francis already switch stance. I would definitely want to see him continue to work the legs since he had that advantage. As I say that he does, but he definitely had that advantage earlier, and we're seeing a war right now. But I do believe Steve edged that round out.
I feel like this happens in a lot of Steve's fights. He approaches them very technically, but like I said, gets brought into the brawl, and they often seem to go into that second or third round with both guys hurting, both guys looking for, any sort of opportunity to flatline their opponent, and it normally comes the way of absolutely savage knockout, win or lose. You've got to give Steve that. He's kind of a go out on your shield sort of fighter, and Taz looks game. Yeah, you said it earlier. He's a great grappler from obviously a report, and it's looking good so far. He gets the takedown straight into side saddle, and the power of Francis is gonna be terrifying from these positions. Oh,
you don't want Francis to posture up right here.
We definitely usually don't see Francis, going for takedowns or taking people to the ground, but he does have submissions on his record in real life, so you never know. It's like if. Definitely a dominant. Just, if he can stay on top, he can definitely work the ground and pound for sure, and maybe slow down Overeem.
If you guys have never played Gears of War, there's an animation where you can like tear off somebody's body part and beat them to death with it. I feel like Francis is like the guy who could literally do that. He has the most ridiculous strength, that sort of death touch sort of strength, and this is fantastic defense from Style.
Read.
That's 3 times in a row, was it not?
Exactly. Yeah, I believe that was 3 times in a row.
He's not just going up with it; he's going down too, and it's just Overeem's making the perfect
psychological warfare.
Because I even have trouble with those. Sometimes it looks the same to me most of the time. So sometimes, I block down and it'll be up, and it's like I don't even know how some of these guys. It's crazy. Gotta be cracked out. Those reaction times gotta be on point, brother. As we say that, though, he manages to get his way back to the feet. Francis taking your back. You didn't expect to see that. Now in back sitting. The man. Francis has been working on his jits by all accounts. Gonna see a go-go platter out of him. He does get the top mount posture up, and he's just raining down those shots like you said. If he keep him here, this is like ideal for Taz.
Look at this defense from Steve, though. He's blocking and just doing some weird flick at the same time. I've never seen this sort of defense. It's oddly working up until those last 2 strikes started bleeding through the block. But once again, the defense, he's getting them. He must, I don't know if he's going for the pre-denies and he's just guessing the right direction or if that's just pure reads, but Steve doing excellent defense on the ground, and it's needed against those absolute bombs from Francis.
Now the problem is, right, like we addressed, he has had very, very good defense on the bottom. But there's only so much your block can take. With someone with like Francis with 100 power.
Yeah.
Before you know it, mate, when you stand back up, all it's going to take is 1 overhand or 1 uppercut. So you need to be really careful how you move forward.
And then Overeem's chin isn't exactly the greatest, so you gotta wonder, it's like, how much damage can he take to a possibility if they start trading on the feet? We might see another flash KO. We might not. We might see him get just dropped. Because remember, what was the fight? It was
Okay.
It was a couple fights ago when he did. Oh, Woodley, when he postured up twice and then they went back up to the feet and he still got a knockdown. It was like, that's definitely a strong part of it if he can keep him on the ground.
I think, you know, Taz is winning the round. He did get the knockdown in first round, but he did get rocked, so I would probably give that 10-9. And last round was probably another 10-9. He landed more strikes, had more control time.
Yeah, 4 minutes top control in that last round. That was big for him. Like I said, excellent defense from Steve, but eventually there's just so much, you know, kind of ground time that accumulates on top of you that it doesn't really matter. The defense is, you know, for nothing, but he's doing a good job of conserving his stamina, but honestly, that only really works if your opponent's becoming gassed, which Taz is doing an excellent job of avoiding, just being very, very patient in these top control positions and showing that Francis has got some evolution to his game, but now getting reversed. That's good work from Overeem. 3 minutes 35 on the clock to work. Plenty of time.
Straight away. Boss this up. Let's see what he can get done here.
I'm thinking maybe even a reversal if he continues.
Groundwork.
The stamina was getting really low there, the kind of prime position. I don't know if Francis has got those sorts of reversals, if his skills are too high, but choosing to separate and potentially a good move from him here if he's able to land some bombs in this round, but a big pull counter.
Oh, beautiful pullback.
And he's backing up Overeem. He's hurt a little bit, but will we see that? Will we see that groundwork come into play? You know, that chip damage come into a factor.
Lovely takedown there. Goes for the side control transition, gets it. Let's see, secures the top round. Let's see what he can do here. Now, as you know, powerful as Overeem is, Francis does have a reasonably good chin and block. Oh, decides to get back up to his feet.
But the pullback, that was not a good move. Taz is landing these bombs. He smells blood right now. He's going in for the kill. Continuing this barrage of punches. Where do you go? You can't put your head anywhere. The fuck? And hands will find you anyway, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Taz be a bit more careful at this point because you don't want to get reckless, right? Overeem still has the power. He might not have the chin.
But he has that insane pressure, and Overeem is just like, if he backs up.
Oh
Overeem,
my god! The uppercut of hell! He sent him back to the Netherrealm. He said, you don't want to be coming here. You want to find that heat. You'll receive the same treatment. Uppercut from down in. Oh, Jesus.
He just listed his lip all over again. Needs to go get some stitches done.
First for me, I called the flash KO.
Brother, that is on some next level of nastiness. His neck lands up against the cage. If he didn't survive the first one, he definitely didn't survive this one. Overeem is outers. You want to see a dead body? Jesus. What do you say? Francis doesn't KO people. He ends them. He ends them, man. He takes their soul. You know that Robbie Lawler bit? He's like, I'm not trying to knock him out. I'm trying to take his soul. I'm trying to take his soul. That's Francis, like, but with the passively nice guy behind it. He has such like a nice mannerism, but he will take your life if you're not careful, man.
Yeah, eBay learned the hard way.
Brother. That was a fantastic knockout from Taz. Great fight from both gentlemen. I was more than blown away. Cannot wait to see both guys back in the octagon. We do have another phenomenal fight that's set up for you, though. We're going to be having LFC Cheeks, another LFC fighter. Obviously, these guys been doing bits, been doing great work, obviously, throughout, picking up lots and lots of wins. Seeing them obviously get higher and higher up in the rankings now, and Cheeks has a big opportunity to beat Doc, which is a respectable name, and obviously somebody that's been around, been up and down in those rankings, picking up big wins over a lot of good names. I'm probably one of his more noticeable, less noticeable wins, but he has a lot of big wins himself, does Doc, and an ever dangerous striker with an incredibly involving striking game. So I'm interested to see how this one goes down, guys. These guys are just going into it now, so without further ado, we're going to get straight to it.
Yeah, mate. I mean, Doc, he's my ex-camp mate. We still get to spar. We sparred yesterday. His striking has gone phenomenal. I mean, there's a huge difference to where we all started. He was predominantly a grappler, like you said, Cyrus, one of the most dangerous grapplers in the game. But now he's looking to be one of the most dangerous strikers in the game. I mean, where is this man going to go at this point?
Yeah, and he's already doing some good work landing that check hook, but obviously Cheeks is being active as well. They've got a mirror match in the Yan. Cheeks looking for the takedown, and obviously the LFC boys are fantastic grapplers themselves, so maybe looking to try and take some early advantages of that. We've seen Doc doing great work on top, but we haven't really seen him on his back too often, so this is an interesting look to see him in.
Rez, your stream's paused.
Oh.
Oh, no. I mean...
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. I think it was just on our end.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, the mirror matchup is great, right? If there's anyone that's just going to go heads up with Yan, it probably is Yan. There's very few people. I can't think of anyone in the division who can go toe-to-toe with this match. Maybe Rob Font. I don't know.
Yeah, Rob Font maybe, I don't know, it's like you say, it's difficult. Even that Cody's got the suspect chin. Yan is an absolute marauding fighter in this weight class, got power in his hands, excellent speed, beautiful combinations, and both guys looking to utilize every element of that right now. They're less than just over halfway into this round, and honestly these guys landing fantastic work on each other.
Backflip.
Definitely, I love to see mirror matches, and the fact that basically it shows the personal skill level versus the the stats or the skill of the fighter itself. It basically is like you have the same kid overall, so you have to basically find ways to outsmart your opponent, even though he knows exactly what you can do.
You do have to get creative with those combinations.
Yeah, it's more of a chess battle when it's a mirror match, and that's that's why I love seeing mirror matches sometimes.
Yeah, they can definitely make for interesting fights for sure. Right now we're seeing some interesting work.
Oh,
That's a lovely little Zabit takedown. Goes for it, goes in straight.
No, they had also Togari there.
Yeah, I think it was added in fairly recently, but that was great work on the crucifix as well, although he wasn't able to hold it. These guys now riding out position. Obviously, Doctor Who is the man in the blue. If you do not know, man in the red shorts is LFC Cheeks. Now, obviously, LFC Cheeks finds Doc on his back, and this is not where you want to be against such a dangerous grappler. Doc opts to take top mount and probably going to look to work some ground and pound in this remaining 42 seconds.
Doc is dangerous on the submissions as well, man. I mean, this man is a true overall, well-rounded fighter. He can grapple, he can tap you out, he can knock you out. So you need to be very careful. We found Cheeks. All I'm trying to do is get back to standing, where he did have, reasonably good success there. So maybe carry on there.
For sure.
I believe he was trying to go for spinning elbow and got caught midway. Ooh, the pullback was just a little off range there. A bit unlucky.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those fights. It's definitely a close fight, contested fight. Each one has their, I would say, windows of opportunity, but they're definitely making it a contested fight. Like, Chiefs and Doctor are just going at it, and no one really has an advantage, right? From what I can see.
Oh, well, as you say that, he gets a big knockdown to his cheeks and now smells blood, but gets rocked himself.
Oh, beautiful.
Caster's curse, and now it's a back and forth crazy fight.
Goes for another beautiful trip there.
I would say, I mean, he does have the stamina advantage, but I mean, with Yan, sometimes it doesn't even matter. Like, we saw, when I was fighting against Kev, it's like, I had the stamina advantage, but at the end, it doesn't matter if you get caught.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly.
Doc now implementing his great grappling, looking to work the clinch, trying to take the back, but LFC Cheeks trying to stay wise to it, but Doc staying committed, able to get him down, and once again finds himself in a very, very good and dominant position. Wonder if he's going to opt for the top mount this time.
I just don't see, you know, Doc going for any RNCs here or side-to-side alarm bars or arm triangles. I think if Doc wants to finish it, he has multiple ways to do it, so...
Personally, I see like Yan has so much power, like a ground and pound option is definitely present. As we see him posture up and start raining down blows.
Posture up and GSP? That's what he said from the corners.
Transition, there you go. I love seeing that. It's so OP because people immediately think once, you know, before you followed it up with ground and pound the second time, you just have it empty, maybe throw one strike. It's just a free transition.
A very, very even fight, but Doc gets another rock, and I was about to say his stamina advantage is going to start to play a huge dividend, especially as this last round, what he's spinning. Jesus Christ, Doctor is here to take heads off tonight.
Beautiful spinning elbow into a massive uppercut, just sets him down and out cold.
Where was that Doc when he fought me? Jesus, this man has some hands. He is out here taking heads.
He's coming back, Looney. He's coming for you, and he's sending you a message. I'm coming.
Bro, no, he already got me. He killed me already, but with the grappling, I didn't see the striking from this man. He came out and threw some bombs tonight, took ahead and put it on his mantelpiece. I mean, LFC Cheeks is a great fighter by all means and had a pretty good showing as a whole, but Doctor Who able to make some veteran adjustments and picks up a big old W for himself.
Doctor took his cheeks today.
Jesus, man. I just can't believe. Hey.
Gosh, that was a crazy fight. It was just back and forth. I mean, Doctor started slowly, you know, taking the advantage, and he's just took his time, but it's like, it was insane because, like, you would see them go back and forth, rocking each other. You thought it would be over at any point.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Another crazy fight straight back in the box, guys. We have another fun one. It's gonna be you know, our last fight before we can move on to our co-main and main event. It's gonna be an action-packed fight between ICB Reaper and Mr. Finnan. Mr. Finnan's been doing absolute work. He's looked like an absolute savage every step of the way in his fights. Kind of pulled Hamzat on us a little while ago, able to go out there and fight twice on one card. Didn't go his way that time, but since then been putting together a nice consecutive string of wins and finds himself in a great position tonight up against ICB Reaper, who is highly ranked and a very, very dangerous opponent. Obviously, another one of the previous teammates of yourself there, or current teammates, I believe. You're still in ICB, right, Valentine?
Yeah. I mean Reaper, man. He's a phenomenal striker, beautiful grappler. But Finnan too, you know, Finnan and I on our strangers, we have worked on some ground techniques. I've learned a lot from him on the ground as well as standing. And this mirror matchup is going to be well interesting because I'm much more familiar with Reaper's GSP, and that's the threat. I've actually not had the pleasure of sparring his Yan, so it's genuinely going to be an interesting fight.
We got a Yan mirror match. Once again, we've got Mr. ICB Reaper in the blue using the black shorts, Mr. Finnan in the red using the blue shorts or navy shorts.
Both the guys going for the legs and the body straight away, thinking high, thinking low. Oh, beautiful head kick.
Getting active is Reaper, man.
I mean, he is the Reaper, mate.
He is. He's looking to take souls tonight.
Exactly, Robbie Lawler, let's go.
He's definitely mixing it up nicely, you know, going to the body, going to the head, just always mixing it up, not letting him know where he's going to strike next.
Oh, what a beautiful combo that.
And he's beautiful footwork. Out of range every time. Notice beautiful footwork by Reaper.
Yeah, you can also notice the range management, right? Oh, look at that lovely lunge. Oh, goes for a jumping knee. Sekyo goes for an uppercut. Doesn't manage to get the rock there.
But it makes him think. It makes him think that it could come at any time. So it's definitely going to put Finnan on the back foot. He's going to start worrying about those strikes coming. If you notice, he's not throwing as many anymore.
Oh, and he's looking for the clinch when he gets an opportunity, is Finnan, but honestly, the head movement of Reaper tonight looks phenomenal. He's slipping off that center line. Gets caught once there, though. Ooh, yeah, gotta be careful.
Yeah, he's definitely getting caught here and there, but it definitely Finnan's taking the majority of the damage. He's not exactly doing well in these exchanges. Possibly he should take it to the ground, maybe. I don't see him really winning the stand-up as of now.
I mean, even Finnan, you know, he's got some slick combos. He's got a couple of flurry strikes. That's what you want to do with Giannis. Utilize his 1-2s, right? I mean, there's 3 people in the game that has scary 1-2s: Nunes, Holloway, and Yam.
I was gonna say Holloway. I hate that. It's just non-stop 1-2, 1-2.
Exactly. You want to be able to utilize that, especially against someone like Reaper, who's coming in with, you know, multiple combos and throwing uppercuts. All you need to do is catch him off guard just before the straight, before the punch. Sorry.
It's like as soon as he tries to land a punch, you could catch him with a straight, and then it's just a full interrupt. You could possibly go for.
Honestly, this is where Finnan is so dangerous. He gets on the ground. His denials are just terrifying. There's not a lot of time to work, but he's in a position for an RNC potentially. Goes for top mount instead, though. Probably gonna go for some ground and pound, you would imagine.
Yeah, I think that's a better decision by him to maintain his control because of the, you know, the rear naked choke doesn't sink. You know, he gives up pretty much top position.
Very true. 10 seconds left on this clock. Landing some good shots to close out this round.
This is not looking so good for Reaper right now.
Yeah, this definitely kind of equals out the round for him. You know, he needed this control time. He needed the ground and pound to, you know, at least even it out. Personally, I think Reaper still took it, but that ground definitely helped to even out the damage.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. I think Reaper did take the first round, but like you said, the ground and pound did help him even out the damage. Going into the second round, that could be a huge factor, right? If he's able to replicate some slick combos on the feet, then he should definitely be able to take advantage of all the ground and pound work he did in the previous round.
And like I said, I mean, it obviously, you know, the ground possibly favors Finnan. You know, he should definitely mix up his strikes, take him to the ground, assume the, you know, top position, and just work his ground and pound, maybe soften him up for a submission.
Exactly. I mean, at this point, you know, neither of them are looking to find the pocket. They're more making a play. As I say that, they do enter the pocket. It's more, you know, of a dance. You know, I push, you pull, you pull, you push, I pull.
Yeah, very, very tactical fight so far. Obviously, it's clear, at least from what I think what I'm seeing, that Reaper is having the advantage in the striking. But once it hits the mat, Mr. Finnan's looking very dangerous himself. And obviously, both guys very well versed, so neither guy looking bad in any regard. Just slight advantages in each area, I believe. We'll have to see what's able to. That's a lovely duck under. Woo! Not able to get the max punish on it, but you know, I'm sure he's going to be looking for one of those if he gets it as well. And that's a beautiful front kick, able to keep the block up, but the slip counter is on for Mr. Finnan, and both guys landing absolute bombs on each other.
Yeah, this is definitely, you know, it went from Yan to Gaethje's pretty much because they are slamming down the strikes. Like, it's basically, I always said Peter Yan is like a mini Justin Gaethje just with ground. Because he hits so hard. So you're just
definitely
back and forth. And like I said, I mean, Reaper seems, you know, to favor the stand-up exchange. But I mean, Finnan's still making a good account of himself by landing several strikes, you know, with the good counters and everything. But you gotta wonder, is like, when is he gonna take it to the ground, or is he gonna just mainly do a defensive style of grappling? Only when, oh, as I say that, he does finally shoot for the takedown, but it's denied. I'm assuming he's a very patient for his shot, but I would start slowly mixing it up with his strikes.
For sure. I mean, obviously, right now, Mr. Finnan is undefeated in the promotion. He's been looking fantastic in all of his outings, even you know, some of his more difficult ones. Right now, though, he's having all he can handle up against an incredibly dangerous ICB Reaper who gets a lovely slam right there. Now a denial, obviously finds himself in top position and showing he's no slouch there either.
does give up the half guard, which is probably not a bad decision, to be honest, if you're from there, especially towards the end of the round. I mean, Cyrus, from where I'm standing, Reaper's taken both rounds. Has Finnan done something to put his work in? Yeah, definitely. What changes do you think Finnan can make going into this third round?
Quite honestly, I feel like he needs to leave it all out there, which I'm sure he's going to do. Needs to try and get this to the ground if he can and get active on the ground and pound. But right now he's kind of doing the right thing, which is just try to overwhelm his opponent, because even if he goes out, he's not winning this fight, and he needs to find an opening for that for that opportunity for a finish, and it doesn't look like Reaper's going to give it to him without... That is beautiful, man.
That was nasty uppercut, and as we can see, the tail of the tape for today has been a lot of uppercuts just rocking and just setting up those finishes.
Definitely, mate. I just don't know if I agree with him playing with his food. I feel like he should have jumped on him, because Mr. Finnan is no slouch. He is a very dangerous opponent. Everyone in the main part are. None of them are. Everyone is technical, whether it comes to striking or grappling. As I say that, he lands a flurry of folks, eats an uppercut.
The cleanest head movement we've seen from Mr. Finnan so far tonight comes via the moments that he was rocked. That was needed for him to survive. Shows why he's undefeated. He's suffered adversity before and found a way to win, but Reaper's looking on point and probably the best we've ever seen him.
I mean, as we're approaching, the about 2-minute and 30 mark, you gotta wonder, is Mr. Finnan's probably ideal winning condition, taking him to the ground and assuming top man rain close.
Gets rocked again, and he gets sat down again.
No, for sure you're right, brother. Like I said, the advantage is there for Reaper in the strike as he ducks and lands a hook. That's the third one he ducked. That one sends him to hell. Mr. Finnan picks up his first L, but no shame. The man looked great. He was doing all he could, but Reaper able to put it all together, bouncing back after that loss to Styles, picking up a huge win tonight and doing great work.
You've seen some clean out cold KOs for the past couple of fights. This is pretty impressive. It's definitely some phenomenal striking taking place.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, mate.
With that one in the books, guys, we move on to our co-main event of the evening. The main event getting ever closer. These guys are two absolute savages. We've got ICB Great Mist up against BSD GodAteMyPig. I mean, you guys know these guys as well as I do. Phenomenal fighters. More than hyped for this one myself.
Yeah, mate. One side you got a feral wolf under the name of Great Mist, and then you have another feral wolf under the name of Pig. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Both these guys are phenomenal pressure fighters, and body work is something they're both very, very good at. GodAteMyPig, Max Gom, he trains quite often with Jamie, Blake Tyler, and the rest of the TD guys. So yeah, and Mist himself, he's been one of the best when it comes to body work and head movement, nicknamed Bobblehead for a reason. So yeah, I'm very, very curious to see their picks and the way the fight turns out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Great Mist is the only person, I believe, that's got one of the only people that's got to win over Dyno, our current champion. We'll see him next. I mean, I believe he's trying to work back to that, but he's got a tough test against him, up against BSD, GodAteMyPig, who has been looking phenomenal in and out of PrimeTime, racking together great wins. Interesting picks from these two guys. We've got Darren Till as GodAteMyPig, and Great Mist, of course, with the Vitor Belfort pick.
I believe this is actually the DRT Belfort.
I believe so, brother. Spinning head kicks and Jesus.
Exactly.
But it's I definitely like the Belfort pick because he's so fast.
Oh my god!
Oh man.
Great Mist isn't here to play. He's trying to make light work of it. Getting that rock and knockdown early. Now pressuring for the finish. Can he get it?
Oh man, Mist is one scary guy. Before you know it, you will always have your back against the cage, have your leg rock, head rock, and body rock.
That was crazy. A knockdown 56 seconds into the first round. That was insane. I mean, I love the Vitor Belfort pick, like I said. Has phenomenal speed, phenomenal power, but his chin, it just lacks. He definitely fought very easily. But if you know how to use him and maintain your footwork, he is a deadly fighter.
Yeah, and he's locking it tonight. I mean, GodAteMyPig. Oh my god, it's a huge head kick. This might be it.
This could be it, guys.
Yeah, he gets the top mount, now raining down some bombs, but excellent defense from GodAteMyPig.
Beautiful defense.
Yeah, we saw this a little bit earlier from him. He got rocked, and a moment later, he was instantly composed, looking to work some body shots, landing some good shots, but the power is there again. Everything Great Mist is doing is causing huge damage right now.
Yeah.
And that's
I mean, what can you do if you've got him a pig right now? I would suggest switching stance to begin with, because now you're just playing guessing game.
Oh
right?
my god, man.
Jesus, and that's what I'm talking about, the power of Vitor Belfort. I mean, it might be on steroids.
No, bro, the power of TRT and Jesus. Just, you got to respect, bro. Nice check right there. He needed that, but he gets one check back himself.
Yeah, he's definitely showcasing phenomenal striking, using that power and speed to his advantage. The thing is, VSD's gotten hit by that high kick twice into knockdown follow-ups. The same, you know, he's caught him twice with the same thing, so he's got to watch out, and he eats it again. He's just not getting tagged by that high kick.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the work with the leg kick, though, right, Valentine? He just keeps setting it up with that leg kick.
Exactly. Now it's a leg kick and body kick, right? And with Miss personally,
Beautiful pull back.
This is top right now. This could be it. The bombs are landing.
I believe he could. Yeah, he's going to be fine for now. But I was gonna say, with Miss, he doesn't know anything about jabs and straights. All he knows is hooks, uppercut, head kicks, leg kicks, and body kicks.
Oh my god, man, and that's all he needed tonight. The death is on. Y'all want to see a dead bloody? Jesus.
KO of the night, guys.
Mate, and that, do you know what makes that so amazing is he just did that against GodAteMyPig, who is phenomenal. This guy is an amazing fighter. Tonight did not go his way. I know he's going to want redemption in that, but Great Mist locking on fire tonight. That was the type of performance you needed when you're calling out a championship bout. That is a massive win for that man right there.
Well, what's most impressive is, like I said, the factor that Vitor's chin isn't great, so you almost never see anybody use him. But Great Mist used him, like, perfectly. It just makes me want to play Vitor Belfort now.
Everybody TRTing up, mate. Everybody TRTing.
I mean, like Cyrus said, right? GodAteMyPig is no slouch, right? I mean, this man walks people down, and he just got walked down. That
Vitor Belfort, that's crazy.
Really is, man. Like, honestly, these fights tonight have been an absolute pleasure. If you look, honestly, man, everybody, it's been a pleasure to call it. I'm sure it's been a pleasure to see it. We've had action-packed, non-stop, start to finish, and we're now at the main event of the evening, the most highly, anticipated fight of the night. We're going to be having Rosenama Yunis fighting as Dyno MMA, and he's going to be up against Tadpole, who is going to be using Jessica Andrade, the ever dangerous. I mean, what can we say about these guys? EK Dyno is a phenomenal striker coming out of the, Elite Kings now, recently joined, but always had that amazing striking, and Tadpole's got the pressure for days, got those sneaky hands, and can really, really hurt you from start to finish.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I've sparred with both the gentlemen, right? Dyno is one of the most creative outside fighter this game has to offer. PlayStation, Xbox, doesn't matter. When it comes to UFC 4, Dyno is one of the best, outside fighter in the game. And Tadpole, he reminds me a lot of Mist in his fight styles, and more of me with the kicks as well. He's pretty much, he's able to combine his kicks with Jessica Andrade. He's mostly going to expect to be in the pocket, utilize his body hooks into a pullback uppercut. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how he's able to close the gap with someone like Dyno, who can keep you at bay.
Now, I'm assuming we're probably going to see one of these gentlemen shoot for the ground. Rose has great jiu-jitsu, Andrade has great wrestling. So we'll be interested to see who shoots first and how well they do. It's definitely going to be all-out war for sure.
Already, maybe some of the issues on the range of the punches, a couple of wayward hooks from Tadpole early, but it's hard not to do that when the reach is such a small one with Jessica Andrade. You know, the reach really isn't there, and obviously with the excellent footwork of Dyno MMA, you've definitely got to be careful. But that's a big head kick miss and a lovely little closure of distance. Now the shot's obviously landing in the pocket, looking for the pullback.
I mean, pullback's been the name of the night, right? So many people have had success with it so far.
Oh yeah, for sure, brother, for sure. It causes huge damage, and when you land it flush, you know it can just change the fight in that one movement.
Ooh,
what a takedown defense!
Yeah, that was a beautiful. He timed it at the last second, and it was just a beautiful just get up. I would say this is like he's doing his best work when Rose is on the cage, so I would definitely maybe like fake a takedown, push him back, throw a couple of shots, and then take him down. That way he's always thinking, okay, you know, he's going to be in my face. I don't know what he's going to do.
Definitely. I mean, both gentlemen, right? They're going to the head, they're going to the body. This is why you know they are fighting for the belt. You look at the high level technical striking from both of them, whether it's head movement, whether it's body jabs, body straights, or you know, simple one piece and two piece combos there.
For sure.
You also got to factor in is Dyno's also the one shooting for the takedowns first. So is it not comfortable on the feet right now, or is he just, you know, does he feel more suited to the ground?
I just feel like Dyno's grappling is underrated, mate. Like I said, you know, he really is a very good grappler. You know, he spars with the likes of Slick Cole, Styles, you know, JKB, all the best grapplers in the game. So yeah. I think his grappling is very much underrated. It's just the man is a phenomenal striker that he doesn't get to exhibit his grappling.
Yeah, you often see it just in defensively, but he can definitely grapple for sure. Much the same with Tadpole, though. Tadpole's incredibly dangerous everywhere. He's the type of guy that, you know, really does like to look for that finish as well. He's not somebody that goes to decision. Every single one of his wins or losses have been via KO. So we'll have to see what he's able to do tonight, but I imagine it's going to be much of the same. We're seeing him make some nice little adjustments and getting some hooks, but Dyno staying ever wise, right? Maintaining that distance perfectly.
Beautiful slip there. Wasn't, you know, able to connect from it.
Yeah, these two gentlemen are definitely trading very evenly in this first round. It's quite hard to call who won this round, in my opinion, because well, I mean, as I say that, we see the stats, and it seems like Dyno somewhat edged out the striking department.
Definitely right, but sorry, go on.
No, as you were saying, brother.
No, I was just going to say that the pick with Andrade is all it takes is one punch. She's the Francis Ngannou of this division. She's got crazy power in her hands, and all it takes is, you know, one hook, one uppercut. Reminds me a lot of Wanderlei Silva, the way her skill sets are.
For sure, and this is a great start to round 2 from Tadpole. He's really pouring on the pressure and really starting to find the range with the shots, but a beautiful head kick from Dyno in the separation.
Yeah, he came into range and he landed a good flurry of 1-2s, and the thing is, like I said, it was when Dyno was back on the fence, and that's like his ideal like part, because yeah, you can get in the pocket, but Rose is so long she could just back out. The best that is put her up against the fence and just start throwing your hooks, hitting your body shots to where they can't step off of it.
Here's the thing, right? When talking about putting someone who's outside fire against the cage, that's where they are most comfortable at. So you know, I feel like Tadpole's being smart by not going too far by the cage, because he doesn't want to put Dyno in his comfort zone. If I'm Tadpole, I'm looking for Dyno to come to me, not the other way around.
Yeah,
beautiful pullback.
Fainting.
A shorter fighter, you would have to like find a way to like keep them standing still.
Yeah, he's doing a great job right now, though. Obviously, both guys. Dyno's looking to play that counter game, but Tadpole is marching forward, and he's kind of feinting pressure where he's getting to that black line, not passing it, as you mentioned a moment ago there, Valentine, and trying to get his opponent to step back into him on the counter and catching him as he does so, trying to take away some of the reach by making his opponent do some of the work. But it's very difficult against Dyno, right? Those kicks are so measured. Every strike is, you know, perfectly aimed.
Yeah, he's definitely taking his time. They're trading back and forth. I do believe, you know, Dyno's definitely putting on a little bit more in the second round.
Oh, What a leg rock.
It's starting to, it's starting to work. It's starting to pay dividends as we see him land that leg kick and just rock.
Yeah. I mean, you also see the feints coming in quite handy, right? You see shades of Spider and Dyno, the man who trained him. Yeah, mate. I mean, this is so far has been a very high-level technical fight. Neither of the guys rushing for finish. They are waiting for the finish to come to them, which is how, in my opinion, you should fight.
For sure.
A beautiful takedown, and now I see is like Andrade is basically in dominant position, but Rose locks up an armbar.
Yeah, this is not a good place to be. If you're Tadpole, the submission does look quite.
Oh, he stops the slam as well.
Yeah, now that might actually cost him for him to mess that input up.
Is there not enough time?
Does get tighter.
Yeah, he's gonna survive.
Oh, yeah.
But in my opinion, he quite possibly might have been submitted in that round. So I do believe I favor Dyno as the winner. Well,
yeah, 2 rounds, right? But this is a championship fight. If I'm not wrong, it's a 5-round fight. So there's plenty of rounds to go.
yeah,
Anything can happen, mate.
Never will not be out of the fight in any situation. We've seen we've seen Tadpole compete. We've seen Dyno. Like anything can happen. Even a 5th round KO in the last second, anything can happen.
Exactly. Anything is possible in this game, right? But let's see. So far they've put on a technical masterclass. So yeah, let's see how they go about it for the rest of the rounds.
We'll definitely have to overcome that adversity and not let it affect his mindset, considering how close that submission was, and given the fact that it was 30 seconds longer, he might have tapped out.
Well, Tadpole is a mentally strong individual. He is obviously used to high-pressure situations, so I'm sure he's not going to be dissuaded by the submission. He knows this is a new round, looking to pressure forward now and try to take away some of those shots. Yeah, that was lovely, mate. That's exactly what he's trying to do right there. Trying to catch him on the inside. Beautiful up kick once again.
Up kick. You see, this is where you see, both the guys' smarts, right? And with him, with the pullback and the up kick, and with Dyno by not training those combos, making sure he takes the least vulnerability damage, even though he eats a pullback from Tadpole.
And he definitely denial. Even if Tadpole lands a few combos here and there, Dyno is not overreacting and causing himself more damage. Like sometimes they want to trade immediately and land equally, and that's when you get caught, or they try to get out and they don't block. It's the pressure isn't getting to any of these guys right now, and that's a beautiful thing to see. It's a crazy good fight.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's why they're in the main spot. They've, been picking up great wins. Tadpole's coming, knocking his last 4 opponents out within 2 rounds. And 3rd round now, obviously against EK Dyno, who lands a beautiful rock. Yeah, brother. Whew. Mate, honestly, the rocks are incredible from these 2 guys. Such high-level opponents. Both of them have obviously healthy respect, but starting to let it all go in this 3rd round.
Yeah, they're definitely catching each other slipping, and as we see,
a takedown.
Leg rock and just a free takedown. A beautiful takedown from Dyno, and he's just right back into control.
Sorry, so I'm hoping you can educate me here, but Tadpole's stamina wasn't low for it to be a spear tackle.
I believe it was the rock at the leg, which is caused the vulnerability because it had just happened. I don't know. I can't say I've ever tested that, but that would be my assumption based off what was happening there. You are absolutely right. His stamina looked fairly high, but Dyno obviously knows some tricks on the ground as well. Now working some beautiful half-guard ground and pound.
Yeah, it's basically a vulnerability once it gets rocked. If you time it just right.
Learn something new every day.
Going to be going into the lab after this one, I'm sure.
Definitely, right?
Honestly, always feels the way after one of these main events. Mate, that head kick was awfully close.
Think of some new things.
I feel like Tadpole needs to go for a finish and lay rounds at this point, because it's not looking so good so far. But he does have the stamina advantage, which could come in handy moving forward.
It could. Dyno gets straight back on that leg kick though, which is a healthy game plan. Starting to work the body also, trying to get ahead on the stamina. Good check by Tadpole, now working those hands. The head health looks to maybe be a bit of a problem from Tadpole at this point, though. Looked like the jab has got him flashing.
Yeah, lovely leg check. Oh, gets rocked. Goes for another takedown, and a lovely takedown defense from Tadpole. I mean, his defense has been on point, mate.
Yeah,
he's probably given 2 or 3 takedowns in the whole fight, which is amazing.
And I think that's why he gets ahead on the stamina. That denial was huge right there, and now finds himself obviously taking the back of Dyno, and a horrible position to find yourself in the 4th round with 3 minutes 35 on the clock, and denials for days.
Gentleman, he lays him back.
Oh.
Position.
If that was a tad bit earlier, Dyno.
Mate, this is deep as well. The stamina is very, very low. If he manages to trace him within the first 25 or so % of this submission, it's going to be very, very deep. Especially once you've got the denial off. Dyno's doing a great job of staying composed, but
yeah, we see great.
Rose Namajunas does have a higher takedown defense guy, if I'm not wrong.
He bailed on that. I'm surprised.
I would have rode it out, but I'm not too sure.
Potentially thinking that he'd continue to stay in top mount, though. Obviously, a lot of the time you can get that. A little bit too late in this instance, and obviously a lot of time for Dyno to work on top now. That was a good attempt at reversing the position, but Dyno staying very, very calm and composed, able to secure the position once more. And now...
Ooh, beautiful reversal by Tadpole.
Lovely work.
And this time he has the stamina advantage.
Wait, so was he going for an arm triangle? Because I've never seen that reversal before.
I believe so.
It happens when you have a, either bigger GA or bigger stamina advantage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a very clean reversal. Yeah, that was... I actually haven't seen that many times, so it was beautiful work. Very technical grappling and striking we're seeing here from these two gentlemen.
For sure, and now goes for the Kimura. Does Dyno MMA, half stamina for Tadpole. We saw it was very, very close a moment ago, and looks fairly close on this one as well. Slight advantage to Tadpole.
Maybe there might be a chain option, but looks like he's going to bail on it.
Like, they're trying to trade sub attempts, strikes, grappling. It's just a very all-around technical battle. Stand up and the feet.
Yeah, both guys.
Oh, this is a bad place to be for your Dyno.
Yeah, really is. Oh, Jesus. That was almost and new. Tadpole raining down absolute thunderous bombs.
If he can stay on top, he could possibly, finish Dyno, because that was very close, and that will definitely, you gotta think if it factors in on the stand-up now, because as we saw some of the earlier fights, it definitely, destroyed their block and worked on their chin to where any couple of strikes could have rocked them.
Exactly. I mean, Tadpole did a fabulous job in the last round. If he can replicate it this round, I do see a new champ being crowned.
He put together great work in that last round, and that was a lovely pullback again. Dyno's got to be very, very careful here. He's a very, very whirly veteran, obviously the champion for a reason. He's going to be making champion level adjustments, I'm sure, but Tadpole looking very hungry for this finish right now.
Yeah, and originally we were looking at it as, Dyno having the stamina advantage like in the first 2 rounds, but Tadpole's done very well to equalize that out, and he's equalized out the head damage.
Oh, he gets robbed, takes a body knee. Now this is where Dyno's scary, man. You don't know if he's gonna go high, if he's gonna go
all
low.
The pressure he just pulled off. He just won't let you breathe as soon as you're hurt, and we keep thinking. And now it's like, it could be at that point where Tadpole has to make a decision. Do I try to go for the sub with only, with that amount of time left? Do I find a way to just, defensively grapple? Because at this point, I see him winning by...
It's not a good position to be in, especially someone against Rose Namajunas.
No, for sure.
I do believe now Tadpole has to go for the finish, but...
These are big bombs, man. These are big bombs. He's not wasting any time, but now gets his back taken. And this is really, really bad if you're Dyno MMA. Champion is now finding himself at 2 minutes 15 on the clock with the challenger on his back. Got heavy power, obviously, with Jessica and Draj. And
go for the RNC.
No, he gets the denial.
Gets it denied.
That
might cost Dyno. I don't know how...
Pressure right there. Beautiful, cooler heads prevailed in that moment.
Beautiful denial from both the gentlemen, right? Because he denied the top mount and then he denied the post drop. Secures the full guard, denies the top mount again.
And
Goes for the Kimura. He might just
time.
get it this time around, guys. There's a huge stamina advantage. There's a slight GA as well there to work with.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of time on the clock as well, so this is going to be very, very deep. I mean, obviously Tadpole is staying very calm and composed and just trying to rock back and forth, able to edge little bits of his escape bar up, but obviously Dyno's doing a fantastic job of sticking to him so far, and this is getting deeper and deeper.
Unfortunately, I do not see Tadpole having this one. I hope he proves me wrong. It's getting tighter and tighter. This is going to be a very close one, lads. And
gets the sub.
Wow.
What a fantastic fight.
For sure. Both gentlemen had just insane moments where they capitalized. And it wasn't a one-sided fight, but I think Dyno pulled out what needed to be done. He definitely, dug deep and showed us why he's going to be the champion for quite some time, in my opinion.
He's looking phenomenal at this point, and that was a great fight. He picks up a big win over a dangerous opponent in Tadpole. We know that we're going to see Tadpole back better than ever, of course, but tonight we get an and still moment with EK Dyno MMA putting together another phenomenal win, getting the submission late in that 5th round of a very, very good competitive fight. The scorecards looked like they were going quite heavily in Dyno's favor by all means, but it was competitive throughout, and obviously both guys should be proud of their performances tonight.
Definitely. Beautiful performance all around. It's going to be a very hard job picking, tonight.
For sure.
I don't know. I didn't, in my opinion. It was a great night overall. It was beautiful fights. Just amazing performances overall.
No, for sure, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure calling all of these fights with you. Thank you to everybody that took part in tonight's event, whether you be viewing the events, whether you be partaking in them, and obviously the everybody in the commentary booth. You guys have been phenomenal. It was a pleasure calling it with you guys. Sorry, so you seen Kryptonite King, just his first message of the night is calling out Valentine for the next card, so I think that's a fight that we need to look forward to. But yeah, genuinely all pleasure, guys. It was phenomenal calling these fights tonight. It was a pleasure. We'll be back with Monday with more fights. We got our fight night on. Stay tuned, follow us on obviously Twitter, join the Discord if you haven't already. We're just going to link it real quick. Stay with us for a couple of seconds longer. We're going to be going and raiding somebody within the community. I believe the SFL is live right now, so maybe go and show some support with it with those guys. So bear with us a couple of moments, and we'll get that raider going. Appreciate you guys. Stay safe until the next one. Peace out.